A hearty hello and good evening to you from the Pelham Civic Complex Ice Arena in Pelham, Alabama. This is Fayetteville Marksmen pregame on the Marksmen Radio Network and Hockey TV. Delighted to have you with us. I'm Drew Blevins. I'll be alongside with you for this one. Last night's contest was a meaningful one for a Fayetteville Marksmen team that was looking to add another punctuation mark after a win over the Knoxville Ice Bears last Sunday. It was a game where you saw Fayetteville come out. They took a couple of punches early, and while they weren't able to convert on an extended time of 5-on-3 two-man advantage, they were able to put three in the back of the net in the first 20 minutes and never looked back beyond that. Taylor McCloy had the first hat trick of the season for the Marksmen, and he finds himself now tied for the team lead in goals with 5 alongside of rookie Matt McNair. The Marksmen are going to need to continue that type of offensive production, especially in the absence of both Tanner Fraze and Shane Bednard, who were both placed on the 21-day injured reserve list this past week. Shifting our focus over, though, to the Birmingham Bulls, they're going to get a piece that they have missed sorely, and that's Casey Kolzicki, who signed a standard player contract earlier this afternoon. In order to make room for him on the roster, the Bulls waived Houston Wilson. But as Corey Melkert told me in his pregame interview, bringing Casey Kolzicki back means that you're in a position now that you have a true top-line center, and hopefully, if you're a Bulls fan, that's going to allow you to get the puck to guys like Russell Jordan and Mike Davis in dangerous scoring areas, and we'll see if that helps alleviate some of the offensive problems that the Bulls have had so far this season. Birmingham has a negative goal differential in every period of hockey so far this year, and they'll look to rectify that situation tonight. We're going to step aside for these messages from our corporate partners. Coming back on the other side, you'll hear from the head coach of the Fayetteville Marksmen, Corey Melkert. This is Marksmen Pregame. Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads. Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If it's gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more. We welcome you back to Marksmen Pregame. Drew Blevins alongside the head coach of the Fayetteville Marksmen, Corey Melkert. Coach, it seemed like it was a dominating win for you last night. What were your overall thoughts on the team's three-period effort?
We could have been better.
Plain and simple as that.
Pretty simple, yeah. I think we could have been better. I think our habits weren't great. I think our details weren't great. I think we have more to offer here tonight.
That was a physical group that came out and wanted to hit you in the mouth early. How proud were you of your team to be able to stand up to that test early and manage to find a way to score 3 in the first period for the second game in a row?
Yeah, I think they did a good job sticking together. I think we're doing a good job of being team tough, and I'm proud of the way they responded to that style of play.
New goaltender in net for you guys tonight. It'll be Stefano Darante to get the start. He's 1-1 so far. For a rookie goaltender, what have you seen out of him that you like?
Yeah, he's competitive. He's been great. So he'll get to go tonight, and obviously we got a pretty good tandem. So we'll see what he does tonight here.
The Bulls signed Casey Kolzicki and dropped Houston Wilson earlier this afternoon. Kolzicki's a guy who's been around the league a little while, somebody you faced off against as an assistant coach a couple of years ago. When you look at this Birmingham team, how does that addition affect the way that they come out and look against you guys?
Yeah, likely it probably gives them a first-line center, so, it'll help them out. But, I think things for us won't change. We just have to worry about us and what's going on in our locker room, so obviously not too worried about them.
When it comes to being able to manage the travel coming up tonight, it is a short trip to Macon, but how do you guys manage to find a way to stay healthy and stay fresh going into what will be Game 3 of the weekend after tonight?
Yeah, it's pro hockey. I know I say it a lot, but it's just the reality of playing in this league. There's going to be 3-3, so we just have to find a way.
We talked about special teams yesterday. You were able to find a way to get the power play clicking, getting a couple of goals on the major penalty taken by Mike Davis. What are your thoughts after 60 minutes yesterday on how the power play looked, and did you think they were starting to get a little bit better?
Yeah, I think it's starting to come around. I think our one unit had success, but I also think the other unit was good as well. I would have liked to capitalize on the 5-on-3, but it's coming around. It's a work in progress for sure.
It's an opportunity to keep up with Knoxville and Evansville in the standings. How critical is tonight's game for you guys?
It's only game 9, so I wouldn't say it's super critical, but like I say in here, we got to keep pace with the top half of the league, and we are right where we want to be right now. So every game's important, but more worried about the process than results here.
Coach, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
He's the head coach of the Fayetteville Marksmen, Corey Melkert. We'll be right back with more Marksmen pregame after these messages. This is Fayetteville Marksmen Hockey.
Mikey?
Carolina's Dentist offers the best in oral care and technology.
Hope you're brushing twice a day like we discussed. And don't forget to make that 6-month appointment, okay? We'd like to keep those pretty white teeth looking good for you.
Come experience positively different dentistry at Carolina's Dentist, the official dentist of the Fayetteville Marksmen.
Look at our yard. So many anthills everywhere. Did you know that a single ant can live to be 29 years old?
Really? Well, what about a married one?
Seriously?
But really, we need to fix the yard.
St. Peter Pest Control handles all your mosquitoes, ants, spiders, cockroaches, and even rodents. St. Peter Pest Control provides full home pest protection and consistent treatment of ants and mosquitoes in your yard, too. At St. Peter Pest Control, we send all your bugs to see St. Peter.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more. We welcome you back inside the Pelham Civic Center. Drew Blevins with you on Marksman pregame. Let's go ahead and have a look at the SPHL standings. And, of course, leading the way, the team that has done so all year long and has not come anywhere close to relinquishing their throne is the Huntsville Havoc. They are a perfect 10-0 with 20 standings points. Quad City chasing them down, though. They do have a game in hand on Huntsville. They're 7-1-1 with 15 points. Knoxville scored a big, much-needed win. They're up to 13 standings points at 6-2-1 after defeating Evansville last night. The Marksmen sit in sole possession of fourth at 6-2-0 by virtue of playing one less game than Evansville. They're 6-3-0, both of them at 12 standings points. Pensacola started off a little bit rocky, but they're using the scoring of a couple of old FPHL players, namely Peter Panachik and Jan Salak, along with Brennan Blazak. They're up to 9 standings points. They'll occupy the 6th seed right now. Peoria is off to a rocky start by Riverman standards. They're 500 at 3-3. They're up to 6 standings points. Roanoke got the win over Vermilion County last night. Still awaiting that game to start as there was an extended delay due to broken glass during warm-ups. Roanoke is 1-2-4 with 6 standings points. They have possession of the final playoff spot. Birmingham is 1-5-3 with 5 points. And then at the bottom of the league, the Macon Mayhem with their one shootout loss to Fayetteville. They're at 1 standings point. Vermilion County has yet to register any standings point so far this season. We now turn our attention to scouting the opponent. The Birmingham Bulls are a team that I thought came out and showed some good fervor and gusto last night. I was impressed by the way they were able to kill off an extended 5-on-3 penalty kill where they took penalties separated by only 12 seconds. And when you go in a hole like that before you're even 3 minutes into the contest, it's really easy to check out. And I thought the Bulls did a fantastic job of finding a way to reinsert themselves into the contest and make it meaningful. And I think that's a huge factor coming into today's game is can the Bulls find a way to do that again but put the puck in the net? And they do get a guy who has been known to do that here in Birmingham back. It's Casey Kulzicki, who was signed earlier this afternoon. Kulzicki will start at center today. He'll center between Mike Davis and Russell Jordan. And that gives you a 3-headed monster on your top line. There are dangers at every level of those forward positions. You saw Mike Davis have an assist last night. You saw Russell Jordan score last night. And I think this adds an extra layer of offense for Birmingham and one they haven't had really all season long. So it's important to keep a sharp eye out for just what that's going to do for this Birmingham group. Meanwhile, in net, Hayden Stewart's going to get the start. Stewart came in relief of Austin Lotz in yesterday's contest after 40 minutes of play. Lotz surrendered 5 goals on 28 shots. Hayden Stewart stopped 10 of 11 in the third period. So it's going to be interesting to see how he does in a full start. He's familiar against playing this Fayetteville Marksmen crew, a longtime goaltender for the Macon Mayhem out of Cornell University. Meanwhile, for the Fayetteville Marksmen, Stefano Darante will get the start in net. He's 1-1 so far in the season, a 2.43 goals against average and an 8.91 save percentage. He comes out of AIC, is enjoying some productivity in his rookie year. I thought had a real coming out party back on October 29th against the Macon Mayhem in that shootout win for the Marksmen. He had 6 stops in overtime, all of them monumental, and all of them at that point kept Fayetteville perfect as well. And the starting forward group for the Marksmen will be Taylor McCloy with Drake Glover and Taylor Best. This was the unit that gave Birmingham fits yesterday. And I think it's also important to highlight the scoring of Marley Quince as well. If Quince is somebody that gets going and is able to produce again tonight, then Corey Melkert's going to be ecstatic about having multiple layers of scoring, especially with 2 forwards on the extended injured reserve list. Let's pause one more time in Marksman pregame. We'll be right back with our keys to victory. This is Fayetteville Marksman Hockey. Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksman Hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksman road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salad.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes the guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
For the final time in Marksman pregame, we welcome you back inside the Pelham Civic Center. Drew Blevins with you, about 5 minutes away from puck drop between the Birmingham Bulls and the Fayetteville Marksmen. Let's go ahead and have a look at some keys to victory. We'll start things off with the Marksmen, who enter the contest 6-2-0. I really think for Fayetteville, it's a lot about keep on keeping on. I thought the Marksmen played a really good brand of hockey yesterday, but in talking with Jason Binkley and Corey Melkert, the quote that stuck out to me was, it's great to win, but you have to win the right way. And Corey Melkert said in his pregame interview, he thought they could have been a lot better, and I think he's right. It's about now going from that giving enough to win and enough to win soundly to giving your best brand of hockey every single night. And I think that full 60-minute effort is something the Marksmen haven't completely grasped throughout the entirety of the season. They're going to need that tonight against a Birmingham team that's playing in front of a big crowd and in a game that means a lot to them as well on Military Appreciation Night. I think the other thing for Fayetteville is you still have to brace for the physical play. You have to understand what you're going up against. As we told you yesterday, 3 of the top 5 penalty minute getters in the league play for this Birmingham team. So you're going to need to brace for contact and brace for a physical contest again. If you're the Birmingham Bulls, getting Casey Kolzicki back on your side is a huge advantage. One of the things they're going to have to do tonight is use that newfound three-headed monster on offense to find a way to put the puck in the back of the net. And I think the other thing is you have to limit penalties. While fighting's great, you cannot afford to go down a man. That'll do it for us in Marksman pregame. Puck drop between Fayetteville and Birmingham is next. Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksman hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksman road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salad.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes the guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce, because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more. Good evening and welcome inside the Pelham Civic Center in Pelham, Alabama, where tonight the Birmingham Bulls host the Fayetteville Marksmen for Game 2 of a 3-game weekend for your Fayetteville Marksmen. Hi, everybody. I'm Drew Blevins. Delighted to have you with us in a pivotal game for both of these teams. For the Birmingham Bulls, it's a game that means an opportunity to inch back up into the SPHL playoff picture. They do gain a serious scoring threat back to their side in Casey Kulzicki. But for the Fayetteville Marksmen, it's quite the opposite. Instead of pushing into the playoff picture, they're trying to force Knoxville and Quad City off of their thrones above them in the SPHL standings. Corey Melkert mentioned in his pregame interview, it's not that this is a pivotal game so far, but it is critical early on that you want to keep pace with the rest of the league. Sure, you're not going to win a championship in your first 10 hockey games, but you can certainly put yourself in a position to be able to compete for a championship in your first 10. The Marksmen will be in their road white uniforms, black numericals, black breezers, white socks. And on Military Appreciation Night, it'll be a blue-green camouflage uniform for the hometown Birmingham Bulls with cream numericals, black breezers, and army green socks. A very cool design with the stars and stripes going across the shoulder yoke here for Birmingham. Joe Genovese is our referee. He'll drop the puck, sit back, relax, and enjoy this one from Birmingham, Alabama. It's the Marksmen who have control in their own zone, sent all the way ahead. It ricocheted off the far side stick of Frank Sullivan as the Birmingham Bulls get to it. This is the new guy, Casey Kolzicki, making another stint here in Birmingham. The Marksmen will take it away at center and dump it back in where Hayden Stewart's out of his net to play. The puck, he gives it away to Taylor McCloy, who sends a shot wide of the far side post. Held there by Jarrett Kopp, who sends it to Carlos Forneris. He'll forehand to McCloy in the far side corner. Look to move it into the middle. Casey Kolzicki takes it away as the puck matriculates back into the neutral zone. Mike Davis rips it in behind of Stefano Darante. He's got a man there to chase. That's Russell Jordan, who scored last night. Jordan leaves it in space for Kolzicki, who will move it up to the far side point. Smack back deeper into attacking ice. Forneris has it for the Marksmen. Finds Taylor Best up the far side boards, and here comes Fayetteville. Through the neutral zone, Marley Quince winds and fires a slap shot that misses high over top the glove of Hayden Stewart. Chasing and trying to hold the puck is FX Girard. He'll get some help from Marley Quince, but eventually it's Stephen Alvo to take it. He'll push it out to the far side, and it's CJ Hayes driving. Hayes around storm into the middle. They score! Stephen Alvo, the defenseman, jumped in on the rush. Nobody picked him up, and the Birmingham Bulls draw first blood. That goal comes just a minute and 14 seconds into the hockey game. For Stephen Alvo, it'll be his first goal of the season to go along with the 5 assists he had. And you really start to see the speed differential that C.J. Hayes had. That's a gorgeous pass from Hayes, the Lake Superior State product. And now Birmingham is in the driver's seat for the first time this weekend. Here's a low wrist shot that deflects in back to the goal. It'll be picked up and moved to the point by Carson Rose, who's having a good rookie season. To the far Farrell. Farrell put it in the skates of Wyatt Noski. He's roughly separated from the puck, and it'll be picked up by Danny Licio, who had an assist yesterday. He's able to get it back out to center. Harrison Harper regrouping there for the Marksmen. To the far side defenseman, as Alexi Girard plays it forward. He wanted a tripping call as Taylor Best took a hard spill. Brought back up the near side boards at center. This is Harrison Harper, who backhands a pass that ricocheted off of a Birmingham skate. Now Taylor McCloy will get to the puck, and he'll push it back for Sam Storman. Into the middle, this is Harrison Harper at his own blue line to Taylor McCloy. Could be a 3-on-2 for the Marksmen. McCloy finds Drake Glover. A backhand pass to the slot is swatted away by the Birmingham defense. Bulls are able to lift this one up on the bench side boards. This is going to roll on the fresh ice, but it won't make the goal line. Zach Boyle back to receive as Dave Nippert gets into him. This is Harrison Harper, who knocked down Nippert on a one-punch fight at about this time in yesterday's contest. A rolling puck at the Birmingham blue line is scooped up by the Bulls, turned over at center and given right back. This is Russell Jordan up Broadway. His wrist shot deflects off the skate of Jared Cupp and bounces below the goal line. Jordan looked like he stepped on one of the Marksmen's sticks and fell over. Here's a long shot from Frank Sullivan, sticked away by Stefano Darante. Mike Davis backhands a pass into the middle of the ice. Nobody home for it. This is going to roll all the way down to Hayden Stewart, and he'll play it right back up through center. Russell Jordan has it at the neutral zone face-off circle. Had his stick lifted by Marley Quince, but the Bulls will get it right back in their own zone. Headman play. It's a chance for Davis. Back one-on-one with Cupp. His wrist shot misses wide of Stefano Durante's glove. Line held by Birmingham. Davis has it. Near attacking zone corner. Looks to move it into the middle. He's got it. Finds Russell Jordan, top of the near face-off circle. His wrist shot knocked down by Don Oliveri as the Marksmen still struggling to break it out. Pushed up to FX Girard. Girard out of Westfield State brings it ahead of the blue line near side. Cuts into the middle. Has relief. It's Oliveri. His shot banks off of Hayden Stewart. Casey Kolzicki to the rebound for Birmingham, far side corner. He passes behind the trapezoid to Frank Schumacher, who will find Mike Davis, the team captain for Birmingham. Davis drops it back as Birmingham still probing things out. A pass through the middle of the rink. It was intended to go to Danny Licio. Intercepted, and the Marksmen have 3 men in the attacking zone of the dump in. Bryce Farrell has it far side. He whacks it around of C.J. Hayes, but it's intercepted, and Carson Rose has it. He's got a lane down the far side. Whiffs on the shot and kicked it back to his stick, but he couldn't get his secondary opportunity off. Nearly 2-0 to the point. Slap shot. Here it comes. Knocked down by Stefano Darante. The rebound still held by Birmingham. Another shot kicked away by Darante. And finally the Marksmen are able to break it out. Stefano Darante under siege early in this contest. 15-20 to go first period. Birmingham right back into the attacking zone. A pass intended to go to Rose is knocked down by the Marksmen, and they'll bring it down the far side boards. Could be an opportunity for Fayetteville as probing his way through was Taylor Best, but he's called offside with 15-10 to go in the first period, and a breakneck pace to this one early. We'll get an opportunity to tell you about tonight's starting goaltenders. In net for Birmingham, it'll be Hayden Stewart, who comes in with a 0-4-1 record, an elevated .464 goals against average, but everybody who's played for Birmingham has struggled in the goals against category. He does have a save percentage of .880. Meanwhile, Stefano Darante with a save percentage of .891 and a 1-1 record comes in with a .243 goals against average, looking to elevate that record above 500. So far, he's made 4 saves on 5 shots against, as Birmingham will have to chase this one. This is Kyle Gonzalez going back out of Northland College. Gonzalez played in North Carolina last year with the Carolina Thunderbirds of the FPHL, was a well-respected defenseman after he had a solid season the year prior with the Danbury Hat Tricks. Scooped up behind the net by the goal scorer, Stephen Alvo, as he'll headman the puck as it eventually makes its way to Dave Nippert, who gave it away to Thomas Clayton. Pushes for Carlos Forneris, curls back into the middle for Clayton. A rolling puck was pushed to the point for Storman, but the pass hopped over his stick, and now Darante has to come out to play it. Setting in on a tee for Sam Storman with 14:20 to go in the first period, and the Marksmen trailing 1-0. This is exactly how Birmingham wants to play you as well. This is a hard team, a tough team. Corey Melkert was complimentary of them in yesterday's pregame interview, and he remarked he knew they were going to play tough, and they compete. Mike Davis down the near side boards, cuts into the slot, tees it up for Kolzicki's one-timer, blocked on the way through. Casey Kolzicki already making a difference on this top line, as we expected he would. A rolling puck is eventually taken by Davis. He's into the attacking zone, down the near side boards. Throws Snow in the corner, look to push it back up to the top for Marvin Powell. Instead reverses field and sends it below the goal line. Birmingham sets it up far blue line. Walking and holding the puck is Brody Duncan. Duncan looking for a lane. He shoots wide of the far goal post. Kolzicki to the rebound far boards. Hits Marvin Powell with a pass. Rolled up his stick, and the Marksmen have it going the other way. FX Girard, top of the near circle. His shot knocks the stick out of Hayden Stewart's hands. Let's see if the Marksmen can keep the pressure on. Below the goal line, it's Powell who steers to Duncan. He'll find Carson Rose who sidesteps a body check, and it's 2-on-2 the other way. Rose for Hayes, dropped for Rose. He gives it back into the middle, looking for C.J. Hayes. It bounces off the skate of Jarrett Cupp. Back the other way come the Marksmen. Driving in is Matt McNair. He shovels a weak backhander on goal. Stewart says no, steers it to the far corner, and a takedown behind the play sent McNair down to the ice. Dumped in by Frank Sullivan. Behind the net, Darante has it on his backhand. Calmly gives to Sam Storman. Pushed through the middle of the rink by Taylor Best, but he gave it away to Danny Licio. The clear-in attempt is eventually taken by Alexis Girard. Girard ahead of the red line, backhands it off the glass, right into the grasp of Taylor Best. He loses the puck, but gets it right back. Best into the middle for McCloy. He shoots! Stewart got a piece of it with a blocker. Batted out legally with the hand in the defensive zone, and a smart play, might I add, by Aaron Ryback, who had a underrated game yesterday. I thought he played really well and made a couple of difference-making plays. Out to the far side. Here's a slap shot. Darante catches it, and we'll get an altercation right by his goal crease with Alexander Tallien in front. And after nearly 8 minutes of continuous action, we will take a pause. 12:13 to go, first period, with the score Birmingham 1, Fayetteville 0.
Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
$12:13 to go in the first period. Stephen Alvo drew first blood for Birmingham. The goal came a minute 14 seconds into the hockey game. And Birmingham, much to their credit, has really jumped out and controlled the pace of play so far. Waiting for the on-ice promotion to finish. And as it does, both teams will head back to Stefano Darante's, and much to Darante's credit, he has made a couple of very good saves. That was a challenging slap shot from the far face-off circle that he caught cleanly and got a much-needed whistle. This game has moved by quickly. 12:13 to go, first period. 1-0 Birmingham in the driver's seat. Marley Quince will take the draw for the Marksmen. He steers it into the skates of Jarrett Cupp, who kicks it right back, but the Marksmen are unable to clear. Alvo holds the line, but his pass ricochets off of C.J. Hayes. The Marksmen have it the other way. Girard splits the defenseman. Backhander scores! FX Girard! Split the D on a gorgeous feed and ties this hockey game 8 minutes into the first. Some much-needed response, and for FX Girard, it'll be his second goal of the season. Just a little skipping puck play, and Birmingham couldn't close the gap between defensemen quickly enough, and FX Girard puts it through Hayden Stewart to tie the game. It looked like Joe Genovese had some words for the Birmingham bench, and I'm not sure what it was about. I don't see anybody going toward the locker room, but that looked like a rather stern warning delivered to the home team bench as the Marksmen will reset from their own zone. Harper gives out to the far side for Jarrett Cupp. He'll find Taylor McCloy, who brings it into attacking ice down the far boards. Backhands into the near side corner. Mike Davis is awaiting the puck there for Birmingham. Slides it through the middle to Russell Jordan. He cuts to the inside and dumps it in. Jordan grabs a hold of Harrison Harper as Darante forehands the puck to the far side of the rink. Matt McNair touches it forward. Now Casey Kolzicki in a shoving match. We've got a delayed penalty. And I believe this is going to be a penalty on Casey Kolzicki. as he gave one too many shoves to Matt McNair behind the play. And this will be a power play upcoming for the Marksmen as Kolzicki will have a seat for interference with 11:15 to go in the first period. So the Marksmen will have their first opportunity on the St. Peter Pest Control power play. St. Peter Pest Control offers year-round pest control protection. Send all your bugs to see St. Peter. Marksman power play this year is 8th in the SPHL, operating at 13.3%. The bigger storyline out of this, though, is the Birmingham penalty kill is next to last in the league, operating at only 66.7%. They've given up 14 power play goals, and they haven't played 10 games yet. Scramble to the front, pushed wide to the near corner. This is Carlos Forneris with it for Fayetteville. To Don Oliveri, and now Marley Quince, top of the near circle. He'll send it below the goal line, eventually picked back up by Forneris. Forneris slides it to the far face-off circle. Here's a wrist shot, blocked by Frank Sullivan, and the rebound is scooped up and cleared down the far boards by Birmingham with 10:35 to go in the period and 1:15 to go in the Fayetteville power play. Don Oliveri scoops the puck up through center. A pass to the near wing is taken by Forneris. Now McCloy tried to dump it in further, had the puck taken off of his stick and cleared. One-man pressure from Danny Licio. Stefano Darante shows off the stick handling skills and finds Don Oliveri. The defenseman out of Philadelphia brings it ahead of the blue line, right up Broadway, lost it there, but with help from Bryce Farrell, the Marksmen are able to keep the zone a moment longer. Farrell twice holds the line, now has a chance down the far face-off circle, finds Oliveri in the far corner, and he's going to skate it back up to the blue line. To FX Girard, far face-off circle, now a pass back to the bottom of the near circle. Best nearly snuck it around of Hayden Stewart, who got a body to it, but now he's spread eagle in the goal crease, and Birmingham's unable to clear. Oliveri holds middle blue line, 30 seconds to go in the power play. Into the slot, between the legs, Farrell shut down by Stewart, and he'll melt the puck. 9:40 to go in the first period. The Marksmen still have 25 seconds of power play time left. They'll finish that up after these messages. This is Marksman Hockey.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes the guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
9:40 to go, first period from the Pelham Civic Center in Pelham, Alabama, just outside the big city of Birmingham. Bulls 1, Marksman 1. Stephen Alvo and FX Girard, the goal scorers in that order. Marksmen are on the St. Peter Pest Control power play. 25 seconds to go on the man advantage after an interference call was given to Casey Kolzicki. It was not a particularly tightly officiated game yesterday, I didn't think. You might see that change here today. And it also helps that at this point in yesterday's contest, the Marksmen had a major power play, scored twice on it. Here's a chance to the middle. Farrell had his bid denied on a rebound chance with a shot from Drake Glover nearly directly off the face-off. Now in the far corner they battle. This will be hand-batted up to the blue line. Cup holds the line, far face-off circle. Now between the circles, Sam Storman scores! A seeing eye wrist shot by Sam Storman for his second goal of the season puts the Marksmen up 2-1. The goal comes 10:40 into the first period. Sam Storman is not often considered to be your scoring threat. Don't tell him. That was a seeing eye wrist shot from 2 steps inside the blue line, and Sam Storman on the power play marker will give the Marksmen a 2-1 lead, and perhaps more importantly, a power play goal for Fayetteville. Mike Davis drives into the far corner as he's nudged out by Jarrett Cupp, and the Marksmen begin the breakout. To the far wing, that's Taylor Best. Slides a pass into the middle, intercepted by Russell Jordan. Taylor McCloy mans up on him. The linesman takes a spill at the far boards as eventually Birmingham dumps it in. Don Oliveri sends it back up the near side wing. Marley Quince driving in with the puck. He's bodied off of it by Russell Jordan. Has help from Taylor McCloy. Backhands a pass to Quince. Trying to shield himself away from trouble. Birmingham has it going the other way. It's a 2-on-1. Carson Rose driving into the backhand. Shut down by Stefano Darante as Casey Kolzicki takes a hard spill into Durante's net, and we'll get a pause with 8:29 to go in this first period. The score remains 2-1. Kolzicki was driving, and Marley Quince coughed up the puck, and it had to be settled by Carson Rose, who's having a fantastic rookie season this year, and much to his credit, he's been a difference maker for this Birmingham team. So with Kolzicki knocking the net off of its moorings, the faceoff does come outside the zone. Birmingham wins it. They'll dump it right back in. Storman starts the breakout through the middle of the rink to McNair. He sends it out to the far side wing. A long wrist shot from Forneris is taken care of into the near side corner. Sam Storman unable to hold the line. McNair settles the puck at the red line. Across to the far boards, Alexi Girard steps ahead of the red line and dumps it in. Steven Alvo, the first there for Birmingham, backhands a pass to Danny Licio. He turns it over at the center ice stripe, and eventually it'll be dumped right back in by the Marksmen, who will get off on a line change. Alvo tried to double time it up the ice. Sticks converge and bounce the puck on net to Darante. On 3 hops, he puts the paddle down and will set it on a tee for Harrison Harper out of Calgary, Alberta, to FX Girard, who makes a move and finds Bryce Farrell. He's right up Broadway. Farrell one-on-one with a wrist shot that goes wide of the net. Harper there to hold the line. Crafty play to do so as he sends it into the goaltender's trapezoid. Farrell converging on Brody Duncan. The Marksman trying to gain clean possession as Wyatt Noski goes digging after the puck. It'll eventually be taken back up by the Bulls, and doing yeoman's work to get it out was Austin Weber, who did not play in yesterday's contest. To Thomas Clayton. Clayton tries to split the defense. He knocks one down, but Brody Duncan stands his ground. Bulls give it away at center once again, and now Birmingham is struggling to break the puck out cleanly. Brody Duncan looks ahead as he feeds it up. I believe he was looking for Weber, but gave it away, and now the Marksmen have it. McCloy trying to beat Duncan, puts a bouncing backhander on goal that's kicked out after a little pinball shot by Hayden Stewart. McCloy has it, far circle. He spins one on goal. Stewart stops it, and I think it got pinned under his leg pad to force a whistle with 6:35 to go in the first period. Couple of official scoring lines to pass on to you. Steven Alvo had his goal assisted by C.J. Hayes. FX Girard's goal assisted by Carlos Forneris and Jarrett Cupp. And then the most recent goal, the power play marker from Sam Storman, assisted by Jarrett Cupp and Matt McNair. So another 3 goals scored in the first period. It's just this time the Marksmen have not been able to get all 3 of them. Behind the net, Glover looks for McCloy. He takes a spill, and this is going to be a penalty against Birmingham. So the Marksmen will go back to the St. Peter Pest Control power play. Joe Genovese has a cross-checking penalty that'll go against Schumacher. And that penalty comes 13:33 into the first period. Back to the St. Peter the St. Peter Pest Control power play. Go the Marksmen. St. Peter Pest Control provides year-round pest control services. Send all your bugs to see St. Peter. Marley Quince will take the draw from the near side circle. Wins it cleanly to the point. Oliveri Sweeps it toward McCloy, far corner. It eludes him, but he'll get some help from Taylor Best to settle to Carlos Forneris. Walks to the top of the circles. Now Best slides it into the middle. He was looking for McCloy, but it's taken back by the Bulls. 2-on-2, shorthanded opportunity. Mike Davis, upended by Don Oliveri. One-man pressure is collecting the puck and trying to move it north was Casey Kolzicki. Sticked away by Taylor Best, who will find Don Oliveri, and the product of Nazareth College will drift back behind his net to start the breakout. Finds a wing, that's Marley Quince down the far boards. He'll drop for Taylor Best out of Mercyhurst. To the point, Don Oliveri slides to the near face-off circle. Carlos Forneris, the shot produces a big rebound. Score! Taylor McCloy battling in front, puts it in the net, and it's 3-1 Marksmen. And after Birmingham scored the game's first goal less than 2 minutes in, the Marksmen have answered with 3 straight, and 2 of them coming on the power play. It'll be McCloy's 4th goal of the weekend, and it'll come 14-18 into this first period. And that's just a puck battle in front. I think Carlos Forneris is going to pick up an assist on that, and if so, that'll be his 2nd assist of the hockey game. Forneris and Quince are going to get assists on that as the Bulls look to respond. Marksmen have it at their own blue line, down the far sideboard, slid into the middle toward Matt McNair. Brody Duncan takes it away from him. Here's an off-angle wrist shot that challenged Stewart. Big rebound. Storman slides it across. Gerard with a wrist shot that misses over top the net. It hits the glass and landed directly in the goaltender's trapezoid. Picked up there by Gerard, who finds Storman across for Alexis Gerard. His shot in and out of the glove of Hayden Stewart. Big rebound, pops out, and the Marksmen hold the line again. McNair, backhanded to Gerard. He finds Farrell, leaves it for Alexis Gerard. He twirls with the puck at the far face-off circle, but was unable to get the puck forward. Eventually, it bounces below the goal line to Taylor Best, who tried to move it into the middle towards Storman. He'll get it on a second chance opportunity. Bryce Farrell now steps to the puck. He'll get help from Wyatt Noski. Far side blue line. Now back into the middle for Farrell. His shot blockered away by Hayden Stewart. Off the glass, Marksmen have it. Wyatt Noski. Far corner, Farrell leaves it for Alexis Gerard. He steps in to Wyatt Noski across. One-timer. Hayden Stewart says no. It was nearly 4-1 on the one-timer in front, but Best was unable to elevate the puck, and it stays 3-1. 4:13 to go in the first period. Marksmen in control, 3-1.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Corey Melkert had talked early on in the season about it's not a horrible thing to face adversity early on in the year, because it does prepare you for inevitable adversity that comes down the holler at you rather quickly. Well, the Marksmen faced a little bit of adversity in this hockey game. Steven Alvo scoring on a one-time feed from C.J. Hayes. And since then, it's been all black and orange. 3-1 the score, 4:13 to go first period. And the face-off will be to the glove side of Hayden Stewart. Wyatt Noski will take the draw. Well, perhaps I spoke too soon. He'll be thrown out of the face-off circle, and Thomas Clayton will come in to square for the face-off and wins it to Wyatt Noski. Shovels to Don Oliveri, who gives far blue line. That's Jarrett Cupp. Score! Jarrett Cupp puts it in the back of the net, and it's 4-1 Marksmen. What an explosion of offense in this first period. It would not completely surprise me if Craig Simchuk looks to go back to Austin Lotz He'll keep Hayden Stewart in there for now. Goal comes 15:54 into the first period. I'll have a note on you if it was deflected. Right now it stands as Jarrett Cupp's goal. It'll be his first of the season. And he's been a defenseman who's been known to put the puck in the back of the net before. He's been a power play weapon for the Marksmen as well as the Macon Mayhem in his career before joining the Marksmen. And Fayetteville is up by 3. Off the inboards, a hard hit delivered to Jarrett Cupp. He was looking for a penalty. He won't get one. Cupp has to get back and play defense. The pass came to the near side. Oliveri jumped in front of Mike Davis as Jarrett Cupp will go back behind his own net. Drops Casey Kolzicki in the process. The Bulls will complete a line change. Oliveri headmans the puck. He was looking for Best. Jumping in front of the pass was Stephen Alvo. Given away by the Bulls at their blue line. Could be a 3-on-2 for the Marksmen. Best drops for Oliveri. The pass was too far behind him. And back the other way comes Aaron Ryback with it. Ryback drops to the trailer. It was nippered. The pass was in his skates, and Oliveri takes it for the Marksmen. South of 3 minutes to go in the first period. 4-1 Marksmen in the driver's seat. Puck will be hung on to and eventually played up by Austin Weber to the far wing. Taylor Best jumps in front of it. At center ice, had to retreat into his own zone, avoids a hit from Dave Nippard, who has to get off on a change, delayed offside. And Alexi Girard will settle the puck in back of Stefano Darante. Girard pushes through the middle. McNair gives out to the far side. Wyatt Noski puts it toward the net. He was looking for a cutting Bryce Farrell, who eventually will get the puck as he moves it to Harrison Harper. Back for Farrell down the near side boards. Farrell has it near corner. Finds Wyatt Noski, shovels for McNair. His wrist shot affected on the way through by Kyle Gonzalez. McNair crushes his man far side corner as the puck ricochets all the way back down to Durante's end, and this will be icing. How do you like that? Matt McNair out of Adrian College is all of 5'8", 175, sopping wet, and he just got the better of Frank Sullivan in the far side corner. I mean, he dropped him like a bag of hammers. Danny Licio will get the puck for Birmingham. Move through the middle. Carson Rose is taken down as skates came together. He and Don Oliveri collided. The Marksmen will dump it back in. Bench sideboards in their attacking zone. Alvo took a shot from Bryce Farrell. Tried to find C.J. Hayes, but he'll have to play the puck below the goal line. The Bulls really struggling to break this puck out. Bryce Farrell backhands to Jarrett Cupp near side boards. Cupp pressured by Carson Rose with a rolling puck up on edge at the near dasher. Eventually, Birmingham pull cues it back out to center, and Marley Quince regroups for the Marksmen. Quince may have space. Long wrist shot into the gut of Hayden Stewart, who will collect and hang on. Coming up during our first period intermission break, you'll hear from Harrison Harper, one of the Marksmen defensemen, and we'll put this period on reset for you. If you blinked at any point, you probably missed a serious bit of action. 5 goals scored between these two teams. The Marksmen are up 4-1. Also of note, Fayetteville is going to set their single period shot total record. They have 21 shots on goal in this first period. They've scored on 4 of them. And I'll be completely honest with you, it would not shock me at all to see Austin Lotz go back in the net. And it's not like these have been Hayden Stewart's fault either. There have been some good pressure plays by the Marksmen. We're going to get a delayed penalty here. As Fayetteville will touch. Here's a slap shot on goal, and Joe Genovese has Carlos Forneris for an extra shove given in the near side corner. This will be roughing on Forneris 19 minutes into the first period. That'll send the Marksmen to the Freddy's penalty kill. So Forneris sits for roughing. Don't forget, you can visit Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers on Ramsey Street. When the Marksmen are at home and kill off a penalty, everyone in attendance wins a free custard from Freddy's. Freddy's penalty kill has been good to the Marksmen and a good start to this one here as they'll clear it down the near side boards. Fayetteville's fourth in the league with an 89.3 percentage on the penalty kill. Birmingham's power play operating below 10% at 7.4. Jarrett Cupp may have a shorthanded opportunity. He's shielded off by Schumacher with 35 seconds to go in the period. Schumacher finds Mike Davis, far boards, chips it around of Don Oliveri and goes to chase himself. He's met there by Jarrett Cupp, who will work it up the far boards, and Taylor McCloy is able to backhand it all the way down. Hayden Stewart out of his net, shielding, and a hard spill taken by Drake Glover, who's up rather quickly as he blew a tire. 10 seconds to go in the period. Birmingham gives it to the point. This is Kolzicki, far face-off circle, below the goal line to Davis. Trades places and sends it to the point, looking for a shooting lane. Just 2 to go in the period. Spun toward the net, off the skate of Don Oliveri, and that is where the period comes to a close. What looked like it was going to be an evenly played first period after Birmingham drew first blood less than 2 minutes in has turned into a Fayetteville Marksmen scoring fest. And through 20 minutes of regulation, they have the lead 4-1. Shots on goal for that period total 22 for the Fayetteville Marksmen and 9 for the Birmingham Bulls. Let's step aside for a quick commercial break. Coming back from it, we'll put this period on reset for you and allow you to hear from defenseman Harrison Harper. This is Marksman Hockey.
Mikey?
Carolina's Dentist offers the best in oral care and technology.
Hope you're brushing twice a day like we discussed. And don't forget to make that 6-month appointment, okay? We'd like to keep those pretty white teeth looking good for you.
Come experience positively different dentistry at Carolina's Dentist, the official dentist of the Fayetteville Marksmen.
Look at our yard. So many anthills everywhere. Did you know that a single ant can live to be 29 years old?
Really? Well, what about a married one?
Seriously?
But really, we need to fix the yard.
St. Peter Pest Control handles all your mosquitoes, ants, spiders, cockroaches, and even rodents. St. Peter Pest Control provides full home pest protection and consistent treatment of ants and mosquitoes in your yard, too. At St. Peter Pest Control, we send all your bugs to see St. Peter.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes the guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If it's gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
A very cool scene here inside of the Pelham Civic Center as about a dozen individuals are taking their oaths to serve in the United States Armed Forces. And, of course, that's something that will resonate with many listeners who are in Fayetteville. And we thank every single one of our servicemen and women who have served and are currently serving for their tremendous sacrifice to allow us to live our daily lives. Let's go ahead and put this period on reset for you. It started quickly, and really the pace never let up. It's Steven Alvo scoring his first goal of the season, a minute and 14 seconds into the first period, assisted by C.J. Hayes, that gave the Bulls a 1-0 lead. And that did not last too terribly long, as in the final 12 minutes of the first period, the Marksmen explode for 4 goals. And I'm going to list these off, and I'm going to tell you how they came, and I'll make a point about why this is important later. FX Girard scoring his second of the season, assisted by Carlos Forneris and Jarrett Cupp. It comes 8 minutes into the first period. That tied the game. Then on the power play, Sam Storman from Jarrett Cupp and Matt McNair. On the next power play the Marksmen have, 14-18 into the first period, Taylor McCloy scores his 4th of the weekend, 6th of the season, assisted by Carlos Forneris and Marley Quince. And then 15-54 into the first period, Jarrett Cupp, an even strength marker on a seeing eye wrist shot from the point, assisted by Don Oliveri and Wyatt Noski to make it 4-1. What you're going to hear a lot of there is a lot of secondary assists to go along with the primary assists. That means the Marksmen are cycling the hockey puck effectively, and that's a huge advantage when you have an offense that is able to execute like that and really impose their will on an opposing defense. And I thought Fayetteville was really sharp after giving up the game's first goal, notably in the offensive end. They're 2 for 2 on the St. Peter Pest Control power play, 1 for 1 on the Freddy's penalty kill. Or I speak too soon. They are in line to be 1 for 1 on the Freddy's penalty kill, as they do still have a minute remaining on the Carlos Forneris roughing penalty that occurred 19 minutes into the first period. But you really got to love what you saw out of the Marksmen in that period, and I think more importantly than that is how they're executing their strategy that really stands out to me. Before tonight's contest, we sat down with defenseman Harrison Harper and talked about last night's contest, his fight, and right now what his thoughts are on this Fayetteville Marksmen Hockey Club. We'll be right back after these messages with that interview. This is Marksmen Hockey. Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen Hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes the guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If it's gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more. Alongside Marksman defenseman Harrison Harper, Drew Blevins here at our first intermission interview. Harrison, I want to go back to the moment about midway through the first period yesterday, your first pro fight as a marksman, I should say. Walk me through what you saw in that moment.
No, it was just they had a couple guys that were running around, making some hits that I didn't think needed to be laid, a little dirty, and my defense partner, Sam Stormoen, he got a puck along the wall, and the guy hit him a little high, and I just thought it was time to, make him calm down a bit. So, I mean, that's the beauty about hockey. You can kind of police yourselves. So, asked him to go, and we had a little dance at center ice, so it was pretty fun, yeah.
Is that a sense of reward for you, a rewarding feeling when you win a fight like that? What's the emotion of being able to land a punch like that on Dave Nippert and watch him go down?
It's obviously it's not a good feeling. I mean, you never want to hurt someone or anything like that. But when two guys agree to drop the gloves, it's you want to come out on top. So it's obviously nice having that opportunity, and hopefully they can more can go like that than not. And you just got to be ready for the next one. Really, just kind of the way it goes,
I want to talk about the response of this team after the Mike Davis major penalty, a pair of power play goals. You exit the first 20 minutes of regulation up 3-0, never really let up off the gas pedal. In your mind, was that the best 60-minute effort this team's given so far this season?
Yeah, no, it was really good to see our power play start clicking. I mean, we got a lot of good players, and a couple guys put the puck in the net and get that monkey off their back. It was really nice to see. The guys were moving the puck really well. Honestly, I think, it was a really good effort. We put up 6 goals, which was nice for the first time of the season, but I think that as a group, we had a little bit more to offer, so hopefully tonight we'll clean a couple things up and give an even better effort than we did last night.
Getting a taste of what the Birmingham Bulls are bringing, that physical style of play. Now that you've seen it, how are you bracing and preparing a little bit differently compared to last night where you hadn't seen this type of opponent?
Obviously each team's going to be a little bit different, but I think we're a team that can play any way that any team's going to come at us. So it was nice to see the boys' response and go out there and get a couple goals and then run up the score a little bit. Like I said, I think we're a comfortable group no matter what kind of style of play that we have to encounter, and I think that's what's going to make us successful in the long run. So that's what we got to do.
Jason Pulaski gets his 5th win of the season last night. Stefano Darante is going to start in net tonight. When you look back there and see 2 capable former Division I netminders, how much confidence does that give you as a blue line defensive core?
It's a good feeling, no doubt. It's no lie that the goalie is definitely the most important position on any team, and when you got a 1-2 like we have right now with 2 goalies that are playing well, it's definitely a bit of a peace of mind that you can have in the back of your head, and you're a little bit more comfortable out there when you know that you got a guy back there who's battling and he's going to make some big saves for you.
Harrison, best of luck the rest of the way.
Hey, thanks very much, Drew.
That's Harrison Harper, defenseman for the Fayetteville Marksmen. We'll be right back with more of our first period intermission report after these messages. This is Fayetteville Marksmen Hockey.
Mikey?
Carolina's Dentist offers the best in oral care and technology.
Hope you're brushing twice a day like we discussed. And don't forget to make that 6-month appointment, okay? We'd like to keep those pretty white teeth looking good for you.
Come experience positively different dentistry at Carolina's Dentist, the official dentist of the Fayetteville Marksmen.
Look at our yard. So many anthills everywhere. Did you know that a single ant can live to be 29 years old?
Really? Well, what about a married one?
Seriously?
But really, we need to fix the yard.
St. Peter Pest Control handles all your mosquitoes, ants, spiders, cockroaches, and even rodents. St. Peter Pest Control provides full home pest protection and consistent treatment of ants and mosquitoes in your yard, too. At St. Peter Pest Control, we send all your bugs to see St. Peter.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over. Just can run along. We'll take it from here.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
We welcome you back inside the Pelham Civic Center, Pelham, Alabama. Drew Blevins with you. First period intermission with the score: the Fayetteville Marksmen 4 and the Birmingham Bulls 1. Let's go ahead and take a quick spin around the world of sports. We'll start things off in the SPHL. Over in Roanoke, a game that got off to a late start due to glass breakage. The Vermilion County Bobcats and the Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs knotted up 1-1. VC still looking for their first standings point of the year. In Macon, it is not going well for the home team. The Knoxville Ice Bears have a 4-0 lead on the Mayhem. Fayetteville will be in Middle Georgia tomorrow. Huntsville is losing to Pensacola on the road through 20 minutes there. The Havoc have won 10 straight to start the season and are looking to continue that momentum. But right now, the Ice Flyers have the better of them. It's 2-1 from the Pensacola Bay Center. And then just ending the first period, Evansville and Quad City are knotted up 0-0 from the Tax Slayer Center in Moline, Illinois. Quick score from the world of college football. A battle for the ACC Atlantic, ostensibly. It's the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, the number 12 team in all of the land, 14, and the number 16 NC State Wolfpack, 6. And for those of you Birmingham Bulls fans following along, the Alabama Crimson Tide scored a big win over New Mexico State in their get-right game, just 2 weeks shy of their Iron Bowl meeting with the Auburn Tigers. It was a lot of fun talking with a lot of people wearing the crimson and white around here about that rivalry matchup. Of course, a lot to play for all of those college football teams mentioned, and we're very glad that you decided to join us here for Hockey Night in Birmingham. About 3 minutes away from puck drop, period number 2 here from South Alabama. We'll be right back. This is Marksman Hockey.
Hey, you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksman Hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksman road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
We welcome you back inside the Pelham Civic Center. Drew Blevins with you, about a minute away from puck drop of the second period between the Fayetteville Marksmen and the Birmingham Bulls. The Marksmen put 22 shots onto Hayden Stewart. He allowed 4 goals in the opening frame of play, and Craig Simchuk has elected to stay with his starting netminder as Hayden Stewart will tend to the net to our left from the broadcast perch. Marksmen will be attacking from right to left across the UAB Medicine ice surface here at the Pelham Civic Complex Ice Arena. It's been a good day for Alabama hockey so far. It's the Crimson Tide team got a win over Kennesaw State just before this contest began over on the other surf. It's a really cool building here at the Pelham Civic Complex. The big arena sheet right here, and a sheet that seats about 500 directly behind us. Away we go with period number 2. Russell Jordan giving a couple of whacks to Jarrett Cupp as the Marksmen do still have a minute remaining on the Freddy's penalty kill. The face-off won by Birmingham, worked into attacking ice by Mike Davis. He gives it away, and the Marksmen will send it all the way down the length of the rink. Nobody has noticed, but the penalty clock has not started. It's come nowhere near close to starting. Game clock is going, so 20 seconds gone by as here come the Bulls. They score! A drive to the net that took out Stefano Darante and Jarrett Cupp, and the rebound is put in the net by the captain, Mike Davis, 4-2. Yes, it really doesn't matter if the penalty clock was going. The Marksmen will cede only their 4th power play goal against the year. This goal comes 21 seconds into the period. Oddly enough for Davis, who is the team leader in assists for Birmingham, that's only his 2nd goal of the season. So on the 10th shot of the game, the Bulls make it a 2-goal hockey game again. And we told you folks, potential to be a shootout here. And that would not surprise me at all. And there is a long deliberation going on at the scorer's table, and I think this has to do with why that penalty clock didn't start. Everything settled. The far linesman is able to get everything all set and ready to go. The Marksmen win the ensuing face-off, and they'll dump it in. In back of the goal, Birmingham will be the first team to it. Sent out to the far side boards and dumped in by Austin Weber. Stefano Darante nearly played it right to a Bull. Gonzalez will hold the line, and going after it is Dave Nippert. Hard hit given by Aaron Ryback as the Marksmen begin the breakout. Brought ahead by FX Girard, who backhands it into the zone. He'll end up directly behind the net working on Steven Alvo. Finds Marley Quince, who goes into the far corner. Quince finds Oliveri, one-timer, knocked away by Hayden Stewart, who got a piece of it with the blocker. Up the near side boards, Ryback is punished right next to the Marksman bench. That made trainer Kyle Sherrill jump. The Marksmen have it in their own zone in the form of Don Oliveri. He'll send it all the way in. Hayden Stewart is going to catch this on the fly. Nobody to play the puck out to, so he'll hold for a whistle. 18:40 to go in the second period. 4-2 Marksmen in the lead. Tomorrow afternoon, the Fayetteville Marksmen complete leg 3 of this 3-game road swing. They'll be at the Macon Centerplex in Macon, Georgia to take on the Mayhem. Pre-game coverage starts at 3:45 Eastern with a puck drop at 4. Macon looking to make this game a little closer against Knoxville. So they're down 4-0 at home right now. Through the middle of the rink, just chipped up ice. Stewart will set it on a tee for Schumacher, who sends it across for Carson Rose, far boards. He loses the puck, and McCloy settles to the point. Oliveri's wrist shot misses wide of the near post. Cupp looking for the rebound. Took an awkward hop, and eventually it's C.J. Hayes to bring it back up the near boards. Hayes keeps an eye toward the slot, ends up having to lay it into open space. Carson Rose and Danny Licio fighting after the puck. Licio has it in the trapezoid, wrapping around toward the near goal post. Oliveri takes it away from him, finds Taylor McCloy. He'll look at Taylor Best, but Best turns it over at the blue line. It never got outside. Finally it does with help from Oliveri, who's obstructed. 2-on-1 for the Marksmen the other way. Holding on to it in the middle. Farrell's wrist shot cut down by Hayden Stewart. Rebound Oliveri, pushes it toward the net. Off the body, here comes Carson Rose. He's one-on-one against Sam Storman. Fires a wrist shot that's off the stick of Sam Storman and out of play with 17:28 to go in the middle frame of regulation. 4-2, Marksmen hanging on to the lead. Sam Storman has a goal in this contest. latest collegiate hockey in Canada for SAIT. And it's hard to find what those acronyms in Canada mean here in the U.S. That's the Southern Alberta Institute of Technology. And I'm embarrassed to tell you it took me 5 weeks into the season to get that acronym correct. Great stop by Darante in his goal crease as he shuts down Davis. Marksmen create an opportunity the other way. Here's a wrist shot by Girard right into the gut of Hayden Stewart. No rebound. 17-13 to go in the second period. SAIT in the U Sports division of Canada. Solid league. Also playing his college hockey and U Sports at Nipissing was Harrison Harper. Face-off is won forward by Birmingham. 2-on-2 the other way. Dumped in offside at the far blue line. Mike Davis had Kolzicki going with him, and Kolzicki was a half step ahead of the play. 17:07 remaining in the second period. 4-2 Marksmen lead, the most recent goal coming from Bulls captain Mike Davis. It's another face-off won by Birmingham, but it doesn't matter as it's blown dead almost immediately. I think there was a false start off the draw, so the clock will be delayed a second. The face-off from neutral ice, and we'll lose another second, and another misfire on the face-off. Kyle Gaspari, the linesman, is going to go have a word with FX Girard and Mike Davis, the far wings. We'll get a clean draw this time, won by the Marksmen. They'll push into their defensive zone to begin the charge the other way. Slid through the middle of the rink to Marley Quince, loses possession to the blue line. Storman dumps it back in, but it's thrown the other way. Mike Davis is in, partial breakaway, wrist shot, he scores! Mike Davis picks a corner on Stefano Darante, and still early in this second period, it's a one-goal hockey game. Davis with his second goal of the evening and his third goal of the season. It comes 2:12 into the second period. And now this game has a much different feel to it, 4-3. Off the draw, Birmingham wins. They'll dump it in directly in back of Stefano Darante. Craig Simchuk is going to look very smart if his team can come back and tie this for not moving off of Hayden Stewart in goal. Matt McNair has it. He is blasted on a hit that came up on the way through the middle by Schumacher to the far boards. Digging after the puck is Wyatt Noski, loses to Dave Nippard. Sends it out to the far wing for Tauline, who dumps it in. That may have hit the official, nearly worked out fortuitously for the Bulls, but the pass intended for Nippard is intercepted, and Birmingham resets in their own zone. Flipped end over end. This bounces into the clutches of Darante with Tauline lurking in front. And now Tauline gives a shove to Jarrett Cupp, but he was more influenced by Kyle Gaspari, the linesman, collecting him from behind. As Thomas Clayton now has hold of Dave Nippard, they'll have to be separated. There would be a lot of fans that would be rather entertained to see Thomas Clayton have the opportunity to go with Dave Nippard, but after yesterday's altercation, I'm not sure if you'll see number 29 have the courage to drop the gloves tonight. The thing about Dave Nippard is when you meet him off the ice, his personality is completely opposite of the edgy grinder he plays through the course of the game. One of the nicest guys, remembers your name, remembers your birthday. That's just who he is, out of Lewisport, Newfoundland and Labrador. Taken by Taylor McCloy. He'll send it to the far boards. Line held by Brody Duncan. Told you about him last night. A little bit of a journey for him over the last 2.5 seasons. Dumped in by Alessio. Checking over his shoulder is Harrison Harper. Shields away from one and lifts the puck craftily to Jarrett Cupp, who will smack it off the far glass all the way down. The puck is oscillating, and this is going to be icing against the Marksmen. Fayetteville struggling to capture the momentum they once had. As the Marksman coach's staff looks on. Jason Binkley in his first season as a full assistant coach was on the bench often last year in Jacksonville in the ECHL. Corey Melkert, first-year head coach for the Marksmen. Here's a shot that ricochets off of a Fayetteville stick on the way through and bounces right into the clutches of Kyle Gonzalez. He'll give to Davis, who has a pair of goals separated by 2 minutes in the second period. To the far boards, Birmingham trying to rotate here. Good play, and now a takedown in front as Davis took a spill over the stick of Jarrett Cupp. Davis sets a screen for Russell Jordan's backhander, steered away by Darante, who got a piece of it with a stick. Now Kolzicki sends it off the far side boards. It bounces to Davis. He'll lead Russell Jordan to the near corner. Jordan on his backhand, near face-off circle. Skates it up to the blue line, near side. Sends it down the wing for Kulzicki, right back to the near blue line. Jordan winds and fires a slap shot that was affected by Taylor Best and ended up sailing wildly wide. Cross-ice pass intended for Kolzicki. It's behind him. He'll collect it off the near boards to Gonzalez. Back for Kolzicki. Top of the near face-off circle. His pass to the back door intended for Jordan. Ran hard off of his tape. Nobody home. Now Jordan up for Davis. Here's a slap shot. Blocked on the way through as Taylor Best sacrifices the body. And the Marksmen clear. Fire wagon change upcoming. Casey Kolzicki cherry-picking, looking for a breakaway opportunity, but the Bulls are also gassed, so everybody's going to get off on a line change as we've reached the 6-minute mark into the second period. 4-3 Marksman lead. Dave Nippard sends it out to the far wing. Jumping in front of the puck was Marley Quince. Backhands to the slot. The pass is taken care of cleanly by Alvo. He gives to Aaron Ryback with Weber driving the net. Ryback's backhander from the far face-off circle, steered away by Darante, but the Bulls have the rebound. Frank Sullivan loads and fires. Rolling puck in front, swept toward the goal, and the goal crease. It stays out as Don Oliveri was able to sweep into safety, unable to clear completely. Now Carlos Forneris off the far side boards. FX Girard dumps it in. Out of his net to play the puck is Hayden Stewart all the way around the kick plate. Schumacher sets it up on a tee, and here comes Austin Weber down the far side boards. He is leveled by Don Oliveri crossing the blue line, and the puck screets back out to center. A huge hit by Oliveri, who lined up his man at the blue line. Now Bryce Farrell chasing after the puck. He's all over Sullivan, who's able to find a little bit of help. Now Carson Rose, the rookie phenom, brings it up ice. Sidesteps his man. A stick came high on Rose. Delayed penalty upcoming against the Marksmen. That'll be a high sticking call as Rose took one right across the bridge of his nose. Still working for the puck. Oliveri bulldozed out as Alexis Girard will touch the puck, and this will be a high sticking penalty against Fayetteville. We'll give you the details when we come back. 12:47 to go, second period. Marksmen leading 4-3.
Marky?
Carolina's Dentists offers the best in oral care and technology.
Hope you're brushing twice a day like we discussed. And don't forget to make that 6-month appointment, okay? We'd like to keep those pretty white teeth looking good for you.
Come experience positively different dentistry at Carolina's Dentist, the official dentist of the Fayetteville Marksmen.
12:47 to go, second period. The Fayetteville Marksmen are under siege here in the middle frame of regulation. 4-3 the score. The Marksmen do still have the lead, but Mike Davis has scored a pair. One goal 21 seconds into the second period. The other 2:12 into the second period. Davis with his second and third of the season, and the team captain for this Birmingham group taking the game by the horns. Alexis Girard sits 2 minutes for high sticking. 7:13 into this second period, so the Marksmen will go back on the Freddy's penalty kill. They're 0 for 1 today. Here's McCloy off the draw. Schumacher jumps in front of him to prevent the puck from going any further. McCloy still chasing with Matt McNair now taking up the fight. Russell Jordan spins away from trouble. The top unit is out for Birmingham. Russell Jordan trying to do it himself near face-off circle. Gets to the corner, sends it around the boards for Davis at the far dot. Up to the point. Sullivan gives to Schumacher. He sends a pass all the way across once again. It bounces around, and Schumacher resets middle blue line to Russell Jordan at the near face-off circle. He'll push it low for Casey Kolzicki. Back up to the top near blue line. This is Russell Jordan. Slides a pass into the middle for Frank Schumacher. He'll trade places with Carson Rose. Fires a wrist shot from the top of the far circle that misses wide. Rose trying to hold the line and does. Finds Russell Jordan, top of the near circle. Gives across Schumacher in the slot. His shot blocked off the shin pad of Matt McNair, and the puck goes sailing out of play with 11:53 to go in the second period. 4-3 Marksmen hanging on to the lead, and 1 minute and 7 seconds remaining in the Freddy's penalty kill. Birmingham trying to get things back together. They've done so nicely here in the second period. They've got a long road trip for one game tomorrow. They'll be in Evansville to take on the Thunderbolts, who suffered an uncharacteristic loss to a very good and up-and-coming Knoxville Ice Bears team. Knoxville trying to assert their claim as one of the top teams in the SPHL, making a statement up 4-0 on Macon currently. This puck's played with a high stick, so the face-off will end up all the way back Hayden Stewart's end. It'll be at the near circle. Marley Quince will take the draw for the Marksman. Wins between his legs, but Ryback is the first player to it. He backhanded it as he was looking for a little bit of help from Licio and nearly gave it away to Marley Quince, who was hanging out in the face-off circle. Marley Quince doing yeoman's work to keep the puck pinned in his attacking zone. Finally, it's C.J. Hayes to bring it out. He crosses the blue line, lost the puck in the process, so one of the Marksmen lost their stick. That was Quince. Puck is regained by Ryback, who sends it around the near boards, held onto by Sullivan. His shot into the body of Marley Quince, who will pitchfork it up to center, and that'll kill some more time. Now 20 seconds remaining on the Freddy's penalty kill. Driving after the puck is Ryback. Harrison Harper takes it away from him, clears to the red line, where Sullivan will possess. Now just 10 seconds remaining in the Marksman Freddy's penalty kill. C.J. Hayes, who has enjoyed his time in the South with both the Columbus River Dragons and the Birmingham Bulls, eventually sends it into the zone. Forneris goes to chase. The Marksmen are back at full strength, now 1 for 2 on the penalty kill. Forneris braces for contact, slides around Dave Nippard, backhands a pass to the middle blue line at the attacking zone, intercepted. Now Tauline has it for Birmingham. At the far boards, he'll roll it deep below the goal line. Dave Nippard there to pick up the puck for Birmingham. He'll get some help from Austin Weber. He's pinned on the half wall by Harrison Harper. Picked back up by the Marksman and sent to the far side boards for Forneris. Backhands to Taylor McCloy, but Taylor Best was a step ahead of the play. That's offside with 10:17 to go in the second period. 4-3, the Marksmen clinging to the lead. We told you that Fayetteville had set the single-period record for shots this season with 22 in the first period. They scored 4. They have 3 in the next 9 minutes and 43 seconds. Meanwhile, Birmingham is closing in on doubling their shot total. They have 2 goals on 8 shots here in this second period. Marley Quince is going to be thrown out of the face-off circle here. He stood in there for a good 15 seconds arguing. So FX Girard comes in. What does he do? He wins the draw. Dumped in by the Marksman, over top the blocker of Hayden Stewart. Birmingham gets to the puck first. A backhand pass comes out through center. This is Russell Jordan. Drives in at the blue line, lays it forward. Sam Storman and Casey Kolzicki engage for it. It bounces off the inboards and is covered by Darante at the halfway point of this second period. It was interesting to talk with Corey Melkert, who is highly complimentary of Russell Jordan's game. Said he was a tough player, hard to play against, and he has been so far. Very, very good for this Birmingham team. It's a face-off that'll be taken by Birmingham. In back the goal, this is Mike Davis. Lays it around the kick plate. He was looking for Jordan. Kolzicki jumped in front of it. Russell Jordan has to hold the line still. Jordan, off-angle shot off the side of the goal. The Marksmen corral the puck. It'll be skated ahead by Sam Storman. Storman dumps it in. And back behind the net to grab it is Schumacher. A breakout pass to Mike Davis is intercepted, curled into the middle. McNair's shot off of Hayden Stewart. Big rebound. Noski goes digging after it. He'll get some help from Matt McNair, who's on top of the puck. Now finds Noski, who has it stolen away from him by Sullivan. Turned over behind the net in front. Farrell tried to tuck it near side. Puck still loose. Shovel to the point. Harrison Harper hanging on to it. Finds Matt McNair near corner. He drives the net. Slides it in toward the front. Was unable to get it to go. And Birmingham clears to the red line. Held there by Harrison Harper, who sends it in with a little help from a chip from Matt McNair. Everybody touches on side. So Fayetteville good to go chasing after the puck. Wyatt Noski and Matt McNair there to hold it in with help from Bryce Farrell. McNair gives to Noski a one-timer turned out by Hayden Stewart, who kicked the far side leg pad out and got a piece of it. Taken by Wyatt Noski, and he'll spin it back up toward the point, skating it himself. Noski drops it off for Harrison Harper, braces for contact as he sends it behind the net to Matt McNair. He's taken down, no penalty, as Birmingham skates it back up the near side boards. Licio, headmans to Davis, he's in alone, Deeks, great stop, Darante, the rebound, they score! Danny Licio driving the net on the rebound after the Davis breakaway has brought us back square even 4-4. What a turn of events here in South Alabama. The goal will come 11:48 into the second period. It'll be Danny Licio, assisted by Mike Davis. Birmingham ties it up at 4. They may be looking for more. Licio's bid sticked out by Stefano Darante up the point. Gonzalez scores! Kyle Gonzalez, top shelf from the blue line. 5-4 Birmingham. I'm not sure if Stefano Darante ever saw that puck. It came screaming on a beeline high, and Corey Melkert has seen enough. Timeout Fayetteville with 8:09 to go in the second period. CJ Hayes and Danny Licio are going to get the assists on the Gonzalez goal. And for the Chino Hills, California native, his first goal of the season. The Marksmen scored 4 unanswered at the end of the first period. Birmingham has scored 4 unanswered, and we haven't even made it 12 minutes into the second period. So a major gut check now for the Fayetteville Marksmen. And what is turning in to be one of the higher scoring SPHL games you'll see. Crowd injected back into it after the Gonzalez goal to take the lead. Here's Marley Quince. Gives it to the near wing, Taylor Best. Off-angle shot, misses around the net. Jarrett Cupp hangs onto the puck, holding the line, but it's intercepted. Back the other way comes Birmingham. Driving in is Kulzicki. He lifts it over the crossbar. Gonzalez trying to hold the line. Marley Quince outworks him. To the far side wing, FX Girard lays it forward. Stephen Alvo turns it over behind the net to Quince. He backhands to the point. Jarrett Cupp near blue line. His wrist shot up off of a stick and 10 feet high on the protected meshing. 7:33 to go in the second period. Momentum has shifted. Birmingham leads 5-4.
Look at our yard. So many anthills everywhere. Did you know that a single ant can live to be 29 years old?
Really? Well, what about a married one?
Seriously?
But really, we need to fix the yard.
St. Peter Pest Control handles all your mosquitoes, ants, spiders, cockroaches, and even rodents. St. Peter Pest Control provides full home pest protection and consistent treatment of ants and mosquitoes in your yard, too. At St. Peter Pest Control, we send all your bugs to see St. Peter.
It's always dangerous when the crowd gets reinserted into the contest. And that's exactly what's happened here in Birmingham. The Bulls have scored 4 unanswered. Mike Davis, Danny Licio, Kyle Gonzalez, the scoring order. Every one of those goals comes in a 12-minute span, starting at the beginning of the period. And now the Marksmen are looking for a response after what was cruise control in the first period. Marley Quince will take the draw for the Marksmen, wins it to Forneris, who turns to Don Oliveri. He winds and fires and misses wide of the far goal post. Picked up by Tauline, who backhands through the middle looking for Ryback. The pass initially taken away by Quince, but Dave Nippard intercepts the pass intended to go to the near side boards and dumps it in. Behind the net, Nippard in his own zone, in the attacking zone rather, looked for Ryback. The puck eventually will be taken back up by the Marksmen. This is Oliveri, who gives to the far side for Marley Quince. He steps ahead of the blue line there, lays it forward, chipped toward the net. He was looking for Girard. Now a chance in front. Girard puts it toward the goal. A diving block made by Schumacher. Passed out to the far side wing. Marksman controlling. Here's Drake Glover. Toe drags, but was unable to control around of Sullivan to the point. A blast from Oliveri turned out by Hayden Stewart. Best couldn't hang on to the puck, and Ryback will float it back. Sam Storman will go to chase for the Marksmen. Ends up behind of Stefano Darante. Looking forward as McCloy, Glover, and Best remain the forward unit out. McCloy loses the puck at the defensive blue line as it was taken away from him by C.J. Hayes. Dumped in by Birmingham. In the trapezoid to play it is Darante. He shot it initially directly off of Carson Rose. Marksmen have it coming the other way. McCloy chips the puck forward for Glover. A good defensive play made by Brody Duncan. So he was able to prevent a 2-on-1. Just under 6 minutes to go in the second period. The Marksmen will take the puck at the red line. Stepping forward with it and hanging on is Sam Storman. But offside on the play was Bryce Farrell, and we get a whistle with 5:50 to go in the second period. 5-4, Birmingham leading Fayetteville. Bulls are looking for their first regulation win of the year. Their lone win came in a shootout over Roanoke. They have also dropped 3 in overtime this season. We told you yesterday, and it bears worth reminding, you see a team have a season like that, you know they're close, and it's a frustrating team to play against. Forneris, near side corner of his own zone. 4 hands to Don Oliveri. The defenseman will hop into the rush. He's finished into the far side boards on a solid hit from Stephen Alvo. Puck works its way back below the goal line. In back of Hayden Stewart, Bryce Farrell punishes his man. That was an awkward fall as he gets the better of Alvo. Behind the net, Mike Davis, engaged by Forneris. He puts it into open space. Russell Jordan can't catch up to it as Oliveri holds the line. Turned back over at the goal line. Davis pitchforks it sky high. Oliveri jumps in front of it. Now Davis has it going the other way. He's got nobody going with him, so he waits, peels back, look to drop it for Austin Weber, who was knocked off the puck, and the Marksmen will send it up in the air. This is going to make the goal line, but icing was waived by the far linesman. Birmingham will break it out. Tauline at the red line, far side, chips it in. Stefano Darante plays it around the boards, gave it away initially to Ryback. He pushes to Sullivan, whose shot was blocked by Don Oliveri, who punched that out of the air with his stick. Ahead to Wyatt Noski. He touches for FX Girard, who was able to get it ahead of the defensive blue line, but not with possession. Eventually, this comes screaming back behind of Hayden Stewart. He'll put it on a tee, and Birmingham will break it out. Back through center ice. The puck will eventually roll to Sam Storman. He'll retreat behind his own goal to start the breakout for the Marksmen. Near side, brought up by Wyatt Noski. He'll dump it in to the far side boards. Drake Glover there to pick it up. Glover drops for Marley Quince. He's tied up one-on-one. Solid defensive play by Brody Duncan. Knocked the puck free. Now Dave Nippert charging after it. Drake Glover had it for a moment, lost it. C.J. Hayes comes away with the puck. He's got a step on Sam Storman. C.J. Hayes down the far wing. A wrist shot that Storman may have gotten a piece of, as it wasn't very strong. Big hit in the near side corner. Alexi Girard holding on to the puck here. He's pressured by Danny Licio. Has to get some help from Marley Quince. Now turned behind the net. It's Sam Storman onto the puck. Storman sends it off the near side glass. Brought ahead initially by Marvin Powell. He'll find Carson Rose. Rose works to the far boards. Cuts back into the middle. He has his stick checked. And we're going to get a delayed penalty against the Marksmen. It'll be a stick work penalty. We'll sort that out when the Marksmen touch. Hayden Stewart off for the extra attacker. Up to the far blue line. Now a chance for Marvin Powell, who whiffs on the slap shot. It bounces right to C.J. Hayes. Has it on his backhand to Marvin Powell. Hops over his stick with 2:50 to go in the second period. Tired legs out for the Marksmen. Powell will drift back as the puck comes through the middle to Casey Kolzicki off of his backhand. Alexi Girard touches. He'll be the guilty party to go to the penalty box. Holding is the call, and the Marksmen will be on the Freddy's penalty kill when we come back. 2:42 to go, second period. Birmingham 5, Fayetteville 4. We'll be right back after these messages.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
Holding the call on Alexi Girard. 2:42 to go in the second period. Birmingham 5, Fayetteville 4, as the Marksmen will go on the penalty kill for the third straight time, dating back to a minute to go in the first period. This penalty will come 17-18, the end of the second. Alexi Girard's second visit to the box of the evening. This one for holding, but a good start to the Freddy's penalty kill for the Marksmen. They'll send it all the way down. McNair's ahead of everybody. Shorthanded opportunity taken care of by Hayden Stewart with a poke check. But the Marksmen are going to get it in their own zone on a poor breakout pass. Oliveri winds and sends it all the way down. Stewart knocks it down with his stick, and will play this one out for Frank Schumacher. He'll promptly pass it to the far side boards. Mike Davis slides by his man, hanging on to the puck. Wrap chance in front! Kolzicki couldn't get a stick to the pass as he had a gaping 4x6 with Darante and the butterfly at the far goal post. A minute and 19 seconds remaining on the penalty to Alexi Girard as we clock under 2 minutes remaining in the second period. Here's C.J. Hayes down the near wing. His wrist shot off the blocker of Darante and into the protective netting behind the net. That gives us a whistle with 1:49 remaining in the second period. Score remains 5-4, Birmingham leading. Minute and 8 seconds to go, and the penalty to Alexi Girard for holding. And the second power play unit comes out for Birmingham. Ryback will take the draw for Birmingham against Marley Quince at the glove side of Stefano Darante. Quince wins it for the Marksmen, who will send it out to the far corner and ice it. Hayden Stewart in the trapezoid to play the puck to the far board. Stephen Alvo reverses field for Frank Sullivan. One-man pressure from Marley Quince, who turns and skates backward, ready to receive the oncoming power play attack. Stephen Alvo at the far blue line dumps it in. Darante got a piece of it with his goal stick. That stopped the puck enough for Drake Glover to get to it. He's dispossessed by C.J. Hayes, who was able to give it up to the point near blue line. Sullivan turned it over. The Marksmen have it. Could be a 3-on-2 the other way. Sam Storman stops on Alvo, passes this off the official skate, supposed to go back. Here's a shorthanded opportunity for Marley Quince. Big rebound in and out of the glove of Hayden Stewart, and Birmingham has it the other way. Breakaway pass for Ryback. Here he comes. A wrist shot that misses wide of the far post, catches the stanchion on the glass, and that'll send the puck sputtering out of play with 57 seconds to go in the second period and 16 seconds remaining in the Freddy's penalty kill. Linesmen have this face-off staying in Marksman defensive ice. Darante didn't touch the puck. That face-off is supposed to come outside. Stefano Darante is not happy about this. He's got right to be. He didn't touch that puck. That face-off supposed to come back outside the blue line. Nonetheless, Birmingham is able to win it, and this could be a stolen possession for the Bulls. Davis behind the net to Kolzicki in front. The pass sticked away by Don Oliveri. Up to the point, Gonzalez's shot ends up off the inboards, backhanded toward the slot, off the side of the goal. We're back to even strength. Kolzicki with Davis, digs the puck free. He sends to Russell Jordan at the far goal post. Jarrett Cupp matches up nicely with him. Here's a wrist shot off of Jarrett Cupp. To the point, Kyle Gonzalez winds and fires off a body on the way through. Now Matt McNair is going to skate it up ice for the Marksmen. Chips the puck around Gonzalez, who stops it. Was able to poke it back to center. McCloy will find Oliveri with 20 to go in the period. He winds and fires on goal. Stewart makes a stop with the blocker, but Taylor McCloy has it and sends it around the kick plate. Oliveri, the defenseman, trading places low with Taylor Best. Best will have the puck. Far blue line, he skates to the middle. Sends a backdoor pass. That misses Oliveri. Spun back toward the net. Sticked away by Stewart. Passed into the slot, and that's where the horn sounds. Birmingham mounts a miraculous comeback in the second period, and through 40 minutes of regulation play, Birmingham takes the lead on Fayetteville 5-4 as we head to the second intermission. Shots on goal that period for the Fayetteville Marksmen, 12, and a game total of 34. And for the Birmingham Bulls, also 12 for a game total of 21. We'll recap the period that was coming up during our second period intermission report, and we'll also take a couple of listener-submitted questions in our broadcast booth on our Ask the Voice segment. We'll be right back with our second period intermission report. This is Marksman Hockey.
Hey you. Are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
Well, hope you've had an opportunity to catch your breath after a second period that was chock full of action, and it started rapidly. Just 21 seconds into the frame, Mike Davis scores on the power play. That made it 4-2. And if you're the Marksmen at that point, you're not panicking. Things aren't going particularly well, but it's not a problem until Mike Davis scores again, 2:12 into the period, an even strength marker this time. Davis's third of the season. He would then assist on a goal scored by Danny Licio. He nearly had a natural hat trick as Davis drove the net, was stopped on a breakaway by Stefano Darante. Licio cleans up the rebound, and then just a handful of seconds later, 12 seconds later, Kyle Gonzalez lifts one over the glove side shoulder of Stefano Darante to make it 5-4. That shot came from the blue line. I'm not sure if Darante ever had an opportunity to see it. And at the end of 20 minutes, it was a 4-1 Marksman lead. At the end of 40, it's a 5-4 Birmingham Bulls lead. And I think the crazy thing really about that is, we had talked about it in the pregame, if you're going to play a team like Birmingham, you have to have a full 60-minute effort. You cannot give them space. And where the Marksmen excelled yesterday was when they gave up goals to make comeback opportunity that was ever given to Birmingham. And now, not only was the opportunity given, it was taken advantage of. And you know how good of a player Mike Davis is. That line has gotten better with the addition of Casey Kolzicki this afternoon. But this is something now for Fayetteville. You're familiar with going into the third period down a goal. It happened in Macon. It's happened in Roanoke. I'm sure Corey Melkert and Jason Binkley are less than thrilled with what they saw through the last 20 minutes. But the silver lining is the game is still there for the taking, and I think the Marksmen have the opportunity to put pucks on Hayden Stewart, crashing it for a rebound. You just got to find a way. It's plain and simple as that. You've simply got to find a way, and I believe the coaching staff would echo those sentiments after the second period turns rather sour here in South Alabama for the Fayetteville Marksmen. Coming up on the other side of this commercial break, we'll take a couple of listener-submitted questions as we welcome you into the broadcast booth for our Ask the Voice segment. This is Marksman Hockey.
A bit more comfortable out there.
Marky?
Carolina's Dentist offers the best in oral care and technology.
Hope you're brushing twice a day like we discussed. And don't forget to make that 6-month appointment, okay? We'd like to keep those pretty white teeth looking good for you.
Come experience positively different dentistry at Carolina's Dentist, the official dentist of the Fayetteville Marksmen.
Hey, it's Goldie from Good Morning Fayetteville for St. Peter Pest Control. They've been doing my pest control services all summer, and it's been wonderful not to have to deal with ants or mosquitoes the last few months. All that money I saved in calamine lotion. Ray and Preston St. Peter show up, they spray outside, but they also do in-home pest control. So if you have roaches or, dare I say, rodents, they'll take care of them as well, because the last thing you need is unwanted visitors making a nest in your Christmas decorations up in the attic. Call St. Peter Pest Control. They send all your bugs and pests to see St. Peter.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't yet, the new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
Welcome back to Pelham, Alabama. Drew Blevins alongside you in the broadcast booth. Time for our Ask the Voice segment where we take a couple of listener-submitted questions and do our best to answer them in the broadcast booth. If you want to have one of your questions answered on a future edition of Ask the Voice, all you have to do is email me at dblevins, that's DBLEVINS, at marksmanhockey.com with your name, where you're listening from, and a good question about hockey or the Fayetteville Marksmen. Our first question comes from Scott in Wake Forest. Scott says that he attended the college hockey game last weekend between NC State and UNC Wilmington, but wants to know, are there any differences in the rules or the way the game is played from the SPHL? It's a fantastic and rather perceptive question, and the short answer is yes. There are a lot of procedural differences, such as the intermissions, instead of being 18 minutes, are only 15 minutes at the collegiate game. The warm-up period is not nearly as structured. It's a 16-minute warm-up on fresh ice here in the SPHL that's followed by a Zamboni break. In college, it's done all sorts of different ways. It can be done where you warm up on dirty ice and then you go back to the locker room. You may warm up on fresh ice and then start the first period directly after you finish warm-up. It really all depends on the venue and how that operates. And you'll see it a myriad of different ways as you go to different college hockey games throughout the state of North Carolina and everywhere. One of the biggest rule differentials that you'll also see is the fact that if there is a delayed penalty and a goal is scored, in college, that delayed penalty still has to be served. At the professional ranks, that penalty is not served because the goal will negate the penalty. But in the college ranks, that was a new rule about 3 years ago that got implemented, and was one of the more interesting rules that was trying to deter extraneous penalties from being taken. And the other thing you'll see is a couple of different things here or there. Obviously, here in the SPHL, you are playing on NHL arenas or within reasonable NHL distances. You can play on Olympic ice at the collegiate level, but just in general, you got to keep in mind that a lot of these teams are technically part of their university's club sports programs. So yes, there is a difference in rules, but it's not as noticeable as you might think, and it really, at the end of the day, becomes rather nuanced, and that conversation is one that will take a lot longer to have. Our other question comes from Nick. Nick is listening from Washington State. And, buddy, thank you so much for following along with the Fayetteville Marksmen from way out there on the other side of the country. We really do appreciate it. And Nick wants to know, how do players know when it's time to change lines? This is another perceptive question, and I think one that often gets overlooked. Most coaches will tell you they're trying to keep shifts somewhere in the neighborhood of 35 to 45 seconds per player. And these guys are seasoned veteran pros at knowing when to get on and come off the ice. And it kind of becomes like your internal clock at some point or another. You know when it's time to get off for a line change, but the general rule is 35 to 45 seconds. The more important question, I think, there, though, is the question inside the question about, is there a time to not take a line change? Yes, it's very much taboo to get off for a line change when the puck is in the defensive zone, as you don't want to leave your team shorthanded for any amount of time if you can help it. And then if the puck is coming back towards your defensive zone, you've got to really hustle, and if you're clearing the puck in, you've got to make sure pucks get deep below the goal line so that your tired legs can get off. There's certainly such thing as a bad line change. And I hope that answers your question for you. So thank you to Scott, and thank you to Nick for their questions. Again, if you want to have one of your questions answered on a future edition of Ask the Voice, All you have to do is email me, dblevins, that's DBLEVINS, at marksmanhockey.com with your name, where you're listening from, and a good question about hockey or the Marksmen. Third period about 5 minutes away from dropping the puck. We'll get you all set for the final period of action. After these messages, we'll also take you around the SPHL. This is Marksman Hockey.
Hey you, are you hearing this but not seeing this? You can change that. Follow along with the entire season of Fayetteville Marksmen hockey on Hockey TV. Visit hockeytv.com/subscriptions and get the SPHL TV package to watch every single Fayetteville Marksmen road game this year. That's hockeytv.com/subscriptions.
Welcome to Freddy's. How are you guys doing?
Meetings.
Lunch meetings all week, all salads.
Bean salads.
Quinoa salads.
Heirloom salads.
Frisee salads.
Sometimes a guy needs a Freddy's Original Double, Chicago Dog, and a Turtle Sundae.
Make that 2, please.
3.
Absolutely.
If you're gonna be bad, it better be good. Being bad never tasted this good. Freddy's, the experience that puts a smile on your face and the taste that brings you back.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
We welcome you back to the Pelham Civic Center in Pelham, Alabama. Let's go ahead and take a quick spin around the SPHL. We'll start things off in the Star City, where Roanoke has a 3-1 lead on the Vermilion County Bobcats in a game that started late because of broken glass in warm-up. Knoxville has ballooned the lead out to 6-0 against Macon at the Centerplex. Huntsville has knotted things back up at the Pensacola Bay Center with the Ice Flyers 2-2. And Quad City has taken a 1-0 lead on Evansville at the end of the second period from the Ford Center. Around college football, in the ESPN primetime game nearing halftime, Ole Miss leads Texas A&M 15-10. And at the half, number 12 Wake Forest leads NC State 24-20. Third period puck drop and a Fayetteville comeback effort needed after these messages.
You want to come out on top, so it's...
Mikey?
Carolina's Dentist offers the best in oral care and technology.
Hope you're brushing twice a day like we discussed. And don't forget to make that 6-month appointment, okay? We'd like to keep those pretty white teeth looking good for you.
Come experience positively different dentistry at Carolina's Dentist, the official dentist of the Fayetteville Marksmen.
Look at our yard. So many anthills everywhere. Did you know that a single ant can live to be 29 years old?
Really? Well, what about a married one?
Seriously?
But really, we need to fix the yard.
St. Peter Pest Control handles all your mosquitoes, ants, spiders, cockroaches, and even rodents. St. Peter Pest Control provides full home pest protection and consistent treatment of ants and mosquitoes in your yard, too. At St. Peter Pest Control, we send all your bugs to see St. Peter.
We welcome you back to the Pelham Civic Center in Pelham, Alabama, home of the Birmingham Bulls, and it's a Birmingham team that scored 4 goals on 12 shots in the second period, and they have taken the lead on the Fayetteville Marksmen 5-4. It's the second time Birmingham has had the lead this weekend. The only other time they had it was from 1:14 into the first period to 8 minutes into the first period in this hockey game. They scored first and then surrendered 4 unanswered goals. But put it all together in the second period and scored 4 unanswered for themselves. Should be a fun final 20 minutes of regulation here from South Alabama, and away we go with Drake Glover dumping the puck in. Hayden Stewart out of his net in the trapezoid to play it. Sends it around to the far side boards, and Birmingham will skate it out of defensive ice. This is Russell Jordan, who has strangely not been a factor in points this hockey game. It's been his line mate, Mike Davis, who's stolen the show. Jordan will be engaged by Jarrett Cupp, knocked off the puck, and the Marksmen unable to get it out completely. Jordan's wrist shot goes up the stick of Jarrett Cupp. Mike Davis reverses field. He was expecting Jordan to be there. Now Casey Kolzicki runs hard into his man far side corner. Jarrett Cupp hanging on to the puck here as he's pressured by Kolzicki. Picked off by Mike Davis as Schumacher does his best to hold the line. Can't do it. Back the other way come the Marksmen. This is McCloy. Tried to touch it between the skates of C.J. Hayes. Oliveri brings it into the zone. He didn't see Taylor McCloy was still in there. This is offside against the Marksmen with 19:05 to go in the third period. If you or your child have a birthday coming up, we remind you, you have the opportunity to celebrate it with the Fayetteville Marksmen. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/birthday packages to learn more about all the amenities we have for your child to be able to celebrate their birthday. That's marksmanhockey.com/birthday packages. Birmingham will dump this one all the way in. Stefano Darante out of his net to play the puck and shoots it to the near side where Carson Rose will take it for the Bulls. Speaking of birthdays, Corey Melkert celebrated his on Thursday when the team arrived in Birmingham. Quince gives to the far side. FX Girard may have a step. Driving in, a rolling puck held out by the stick of Hayden Stewart. Marksman will get to the rebound, though. Marley Quince looking for a lane. Stick checked a couple of times by Danny Licio and then hauled down. This is going to be a penalty against Birmingham. Yep, he bear hugged him and tackled him. And while it is college football Saturday here in the South, that's not a legal play. Holding the call against Licio. The penalty comes just a minute and 39 seconds into this final frame of regulation. The Marksmen are 2 for 2 on the St. Peter Pest Control power play. They'd love nothing more than to go 3 for 3. Quince, Best, McCloy, Forneris, Oliveri, the power play group out for the Marksmen. It's a power play that came into the contest operating at 13.3%, ranking only 8th in the SPHL. Oliveri fakes the slapper, gives it near side. Great stop, Stewart, the rebound. No, it stays out off the goalpost. What an opportunity for the Marksmen. Now a pass back into the slot. Scramble in the blue paint. Clear to the point, but not out. Ringing it off the post was Taylor Best. Here's a howitzer of a headhunter by Oliveri that misses high and hard off the glass. Marksman to the rebound. Quince fakes the slap shot. Gives it top of the near circle. Forneris' bid. Scores! Carlos Forneris on the one-timer ties the hockey game. There's going to be some controversy here, though, as it looked like Joe Genovese wanted to blow for a puck covered. The goal judge turned the light on, and for now, Carlos Forneris has tied the game. No video review in the SPHL. And they will conference with Don Oliveri and Mike Davis standing right in front of the official semicircle. The goal, if it stands, will come 2:10 into the third period. A power play marker from Carlos Forneris, set up by Marley Quince. And the whole reason you're going to have a real tough time turning that call over is the red light went on behind the net before the whistle blew. So the real question here is, and this is going to be a judgment call, if Joe Genovese brought the whistle to his lips to whistle for a puck covered before he saw the red light, then the goal should not count because he believed the puck was covered. Unfortunately, if you're a Birmingham fan, the goal judge, who is considered an off-ice official, turned the light on, and the light was on a good half beat before the puck went in. The goal has been disallowed. It will not count. And Corey Melkert has some words for the officiating crew here. And that's the judgment. The puck clearly went into the back of the net. The problem was the officiating crew lost sight of it, and Joe Genovese was set to blow the whistle before the red light went on. And that is a judgment call, and it's a break that goes Birmingham's way. We will stay 5-4, 17:50 to go in this third period, and 31 seconds gone by in the St. Peter Pest Control power play. Here's Forneras, who have the goal erased. Near side corner, Best to the point Oliveri. Now near side circle, Forneras. Hanging on to it, sends it to the near goal post. This is Best, lifts it past to Marley Quince at the far circle. He settles and delivers to Oliveri, quarterbacking the power play. Back to the far circle, Quince a shot, save made, rebound, backhanded by Forneras. It goes off the skate of Stephen Alvo. Forneras now sends it to the point Oliveri, settling the puck with a minute to go in the St. Peter Pest Control power play. Marley Quince turns and gives to Oliveri. He finds Forneras, top of the near circle. All the way across for Quince. Winds and fires. Off a body in front. Rebound. Stewart finds it. Trying to melt the puck. And he does. Hayden Stewart with a couple of critical saves, and he may have gotten lucky a couple of times there just by being a big-bodied netminder. Hayden Stewart, 6'3", 185, out of Rockford, Illinois. Played his collegiate hockey at Cornell. Never saw more than 10 games in an individual season. Don't tell him that. It was a rocky start to this hockey game, but Stewart with some critical saves late. 49 seconds to go in the St. Peter Pest Control power play. 17:09 remaining in the third period. The Marksmen thought they had tied the game with a Carlos Forneras one-timer. The goal was erased because the official lost sight of the puck prior to the red light going on. Marksmen win the face-off. Oliveri tees up for a one-timer, snared by Hayden Stewart. Face-off will go to the far circle after a flashy glove save from the Cornell product. Marksmen are keeping the same power play unit out there. And they've been out for a considerable amount of time, but of course, when the Marksmen thought they had tied it, they bought a minute and a half of rest, as the officials discussed. False start off the draw. Taylor McCloy will be called in to take it instead of Marley Quince. He wins it to the near sideboards. Casey Kolzicki doesn't win a puck battle. Oliveri holds, fakes the slapper. Forneras has it, top of the near face-off circle. Stick handles all the way across, now to Marley Quince. Backdoor pass, Best wasn't ready for it. Forneras settles the puck near blue line to Oliveri, whose one-timer misses high. It'll catch the kick plate and roll all the way out. 20 seconds to go in the St. Peter Pest Control power play for the Marksmen. Oliveri's going to try to do it himself. Takes a stick to the midsection, has to give it to Marley Quince. All the way across the rink to Taylor Best. Slides it into the middle. They score! Taylor McCloy deflects it in. This one's going to stand, and we're square even at 5-5. So it just comes a little bit later and from number 9 instead of number 10. But the Fayetteville Marksmen tie it up. They are 3 for 3 on the power play, and Taylor McCloy has his second goal of the night and his 5th of the weekend, set up by Taylor Best. So a huge goal to tie it up, and that means we are most certainly going to see another goal scored in this hockey game. Goal comes 3:38 into the period. A power play marker for McCloy. I believe I said Best would have an assist that has been accredited instead to Marley Quince and Don Oliveri. And just as we resume play, we're going to get another penalty. And this is going to go against Birmingham's Marvin Powell for slashing. So Birmingham will go a man down, and what has turned into a white-hot power play unit for the Marksmen will be right back out there. St. Peter Pest Control power play is 3 for 3 on the day. Powell for slashing, 2:58 into the third period. Power play goals today for the Marksmen scored by Storman and a pair by Taylor McCloy. The Bulls win the faceoff. Stephen Alvo on his backhand is able to shovel it over for Russell Jordan, and he'll send it down the length of the rink for a much better start to the penalty kill effort for the home team. Here's Don Oliveri. Slides a pass through the middle of the rink. It stretched just a touch too far for Taylor Best, and Jordan sends it into the Marksman bench to get a whistle with just 18 seconds gone by in the St. Peter Pest Control power play for the Marksmen. 15:43 remaining in the third period. It's a great move by Marksman trainer Kyle Sherrill as he's found a youngster right behind the Marksman bench, and will deliver a souvenir. It's how you get fans to come back, and you'll never replace those smiles, and it's one that it's difficult to replicate. Taylor Best will take the puck down the far side boards, lays it into the middle. He was looking for a tip from Quince, but it went over top of the crossbar. Stephen Alvo in a puck battle, backhands into open space. Gonzalez gets to it, and he'll send it the length of the rink. Stefano Darante in his American International College Yellow Jackets, yellow, black, and white gear will set it on a tee, and the Marksmen bring it back into attacking ice. This is Marley Quince carrying the puck. Sends a pass off the inboards. Forneris does all he can just to touch to Taylor Best. Now a pass in the middle. Quince on the back door. McCloy can't get it to go. Rebound chance. Hayden Stewart has it in his glove and freezes the puck on an off-angle bid from Carlos Forneris. The Marksmen tie the hockey game on the power play. It's 5-5 with 14:51 to go in the third period. We resume the action after these messages.
Kelly, you need to unmute yourself.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
$14:51 to go in the third period here from the Pelham Civic Complex Ice Arena in Pelham, Alabama. It has been a good one all night long. Momentum swings back and forth. Taylor McCloy ties the game on the power play after Carlos Forneris thought he had done the exact same thing just a few seconds earlier. And to reiterate the point there, this is exactly what had happened. Forneris scored. Puck went in the net as it squirted through the legs of Hayden Stewart. The problem was where Joe Genovese was standing, he had already brought the whistle up to blow it dead for a puck covered. And he had to stick with that even though the puck went in, because as soon as he raises his hand to blow the whistle, that's just as good as blowing it. So the Marksmen will set up on the power play. Gerard will give to the far wing. This is Matt McNair. Slides it to the near circle, looking for Gerard. The pass is intercepted by Russell Jordan and floated all the way back down to the inboards behind of Stefano Darante. 20 seconds remaining in the Marksman power play. Harrison Harper is going to try to do it himself. Harper works to the far side corner in the attacking zone. Has the puck on his backhand, is slashed at. Austin Weber will take the loose biscuit. Gains the red line and will just chop it in to kill off the remaining 5 seconds of the penalty that was assessed to Marvin Powell. It's the first penalty that the Birmingham Bulls have killed all night. Dumped in. Taylor Best will chase around of Stephen Alvo. Gave a little one-hand pass to the middle. It was easily cleaned up and brought back by Danny Licio. Cross-ice pass could be dangerous. Here's a wrist shot that ends up going off the side of the net wide from C.J. Hayes. Up to the point, Alvo's bid blocked. Now brought ahead by Taylor McCloy. Slashed at a couple of times as he was chased down by Carson Rose, forcing him to dump the puck in. New units out for both squads. Alvo hanging on to the puck here will drop it back and finds a little bit of help from Kyle Gonzalez. He'll find Rose. Pitchforked all the way ahead, looking for C.J. Hayes. This is Alvo. Turns the puck over. Could be a chance for the Marksman. Drake Glover walking in. A good defensive stick by Gonzalez. Squelches that opportunity. Now a pass into the middle. Quince with a one-timer. Hayden Stewart says no and holds. Just a little rolling puck. Marley Quince got good wood on that one-timer, but was unable to convert. 13:02 to go in the third period. Marksmen 5, Bulls 5. The Marksmen have put 46 shots on Hayden Stewart in this evening's contest. What a game it's been. Another false start off the face-off is... This has been really a problem all evening. Puck hasn't gotten down cleanly, and it's the 5th or 6th false start we've seen. Here's a shot from the point, sticked out by Hayden Stewart. Quince jockeying for position on the rebound. It's Alex Tauline who has it. Blowing a tire behind the net was Brody Duncan. He collects at least enough to get it out to the far side boards, where Ryback gains the red line and dumps it in. Darante out of his net to play the puck. Shot it off of his skate. Quince calmly grabs the puck and finds Carlos Forneris far boards. He tried to headman for Drake Glover. This pass is going to roll behind the net. Stewart was already out of his crease to play it, so no icing. He has to complete the play by backhanding it to the far corner, and the Bulls are just going to settle behind the net. This is Marvin Powell. Powell takes a couple of steps off the near side goal post, skating slowly before he finds Casey Kolzicki. Kolzicki driving in down the near wing, off-angle shot. He scores! Casey Kolzicki finds a hole short side on Stefano Darante, and it's 6-5, Birmingham back in front. That's one Stefano Darante would like to have back. It's a puck that beat him low on the short side, and it may have ricocheted off of his inner skate and gone in. You think Casey Kulzicki was missed here in Birmingham? Officially signed earlier this morning. Goal comes 7:46 into the third period. And Casey Kolzicki has put Birmingham back on top. Marksmen are going to have to go to work here. Behind of Hayden Stewart, Sam Storman pinching in to hold the line. Best delivers a pass to the point. This is Jarrett Cupp probing, spins and hangs on to the puck. So find Matt McNair far corner. McNair taken down by Sullivan. Nearly had to turtle over the puck, but it squirted through his legs, and Birmingham has it coming the other way. Kolzicki sends a pass off the far boards to Russell Jordan. He's unable to keep control as the Marksmen will skate it back up ice. Storman gains the red line, cross-corner dump in. Best is the first man in with Kyle Gonzalez. Gonzalez wins the puck battle, sends it out to the far wing, and now Casey Kolzicki, who right now has the go-ahead goal. Dumped into the backhand. Mike Davis wins the foot race for it. He's pinned against the end wall. Great play by Don Oliveri, who curls away with the puck. Oliveri now going to try to do it himself. Creates a 3-on-2 to Bryce Farrell. Backdoor pass toward FX Girard. Off of his body and wide. Marksmen have the rebound. Hard pass to Oliveri. Slap shot faked. Oliveri looking to pull the trigger. Winds and fires. Knocked down by a body on the way through. Birmingham gets it back out to center. 10:40 to go in the third period. Marksmen settle in their own zone. Marley Quince brings the puck up ice. Swiped at a couple of times by Gonzalez. Knocked the puck free. Birmingham has it. Here come the Bulls. This is Alvo, the defenseman, stood up by Oliveri. And as Licio enters the zone, he is offside. 10:24 remaining in the final frame of regulation. Taylor McCloy tied it on the power play. And then a short side squeaker from Casey Kolzicki beats Stefano Darante to give the Bulls a 6-5 advantage. The Marksmen have outshot Birmingham at a clip of 2-1 in this hockey game. Official totals are 48 shots for the Marksmen, 23 for the Bulls. Dave Nippard thrown out of the face-off circle. Aaron Ryback has to come in to take the draw. He wins it to Schumacher, who dumps it in. Far side boards. Nippard leaves his feet as he was trying to avoid a body check. Still took some contact as the Marksman grabbed the puck. Taylor McCloy dumps it in from the near boards to the far corner. Forneris the first man in. Forneris with speed. Lost the puck to Ryback. McCloy there with a well-placed stick. Now Schumacher has Forneris pinned. McCloy working on Ryback. They battle 2-by-2 next to each other, directly in back of Hayden Stewart. Beyond the halfway point this period, pass to the back door. Knocked from his feet was Taylor McCloy. That may have prevented a goal. It's a solid defensive play by this Birmingham group. Jarrett Cup to Taylor McCloy, chipped into the zone. New line coming for the Marksmen. The one man chasing is Drake Glover. Shielded away from the puck by Frank Sullivan. Put into open space for Kolzicki. Casey Kolzicki banks it off the end wall. Glover took it away from him. Looked to work it back to the front. Now Glover will take it to the far side corner. He's double teamed. Has a little help from Marley Quince. Quince will send it below the goal line. Far corner, Matt McNair. Works back up the far boards. This is Jarrett Cup. Steps in. He's in the corner now. Lost possession. Ryback has the puck squirt free to him. He'll send it all the way down. This puck is on edge. Icing is waved with Harrison Harper barely crossing the blue line. So Harper will have it directly in back of Stefano Darante with 9 minutes to go in the third period. Media timeout coming at the next whistle, provided it's not a goal. Marley Quince. Far corner, slides a pass through the slot, nobody home. Oliveri trying to hold the line, can't do it. This will give an opportunity to Mike Davis. He drops it back for Russell Jordan. Across Davis, one-timer, scores! And a little breathing room for Birmingham, 7-5, and a hat trick for Mike Davis on Military Appreciation Night. Goal comes 11:15 into the period. Mike Davis with a hat trick. The giveaway here on Military Appreciation Night, believe it or not, hats. And the ice will be littered with those camo Birmingham Bulls caps. Birmingham up a pair, 7-5. And not a whole lot Stefano Darante could do there. Thing about that play is it all starts on the pinch from Don Oliveri. And the old phrase is, if you're going to pinch as a defenseman, you got to make sure it's 100%. Oliveri went for the body. The puck stayed low. 2-on-2 turned into a 2-on-1 with Davis separating himself to go to the back far side goalpost. Russell Jordan finds him. Bingo. So it's hustle time for the Marksmen, whoever since scoring 4 unanswered in the first period have given up 6 of the next 7. And at the end of that sequence, the Fayetteville Marksmen took a penalty. I didn't see what happened, but it's an unsportsmanlike penalty to Taylor McCloy. And he'll sit for 2, and Birmingham's going to have an opportunity on the power play as the Marksmen go back to the Freddy's penalty kill. You can visit Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers on Ramsey Street, and don't forget, when you come to a Marksman game at the Crown Coliseum, and the Marksman kill a penalty, everybody in attendance wins a free frozen custard courtesy of Freddy's. So this is a suboptimal situation for the Marksmen. Being down a man. You can score and score in bunches against Birmingham, but you're looking at needing a shorthanded goal. Power play chance. Rose's shot misfires. As Jarrett Cupp gets to the puck, he'll move it over for Drake Glover. Put into open space for Marley Quince, and he'll be the one to ice it. Glover's the furthest man back. He's going to have the puck as Schumacher slaps at his ankles. Glover killing time by pinning the puck to the far side boards. At the hash mark, south of 8 minutes to go in this third period. Puck still not dug free. Now finally it is. It's a good play by Jordan to reverse field to Rose. Sends it off the inboards. It took an awkward bounce and nearly banked off of Hayden Stewart skating in. Turned over. Chance in the slot. Forneris misses wide. McNair looking for the rebound. Loses out on the reach by Carson Rose. Oh boy, that was nearly an uncharacteristic gaff, and this is going to be a penalty for too many men at the Birmingham bench. They were trying to get off on a line change. There were 3 defensemen and 4 forwards out there at once. So the pressure by the Marksmen will make this game a lot more interesting. We'll go 4-on-4 for 37 seconds. Penalty comes 12:48 into the third period. But too many men on the ice call against Birmingham as they got all sorts of discombobulated right there at the defensive bench door. 4-on-4 for 37 seconds. Then the Marksmen will have an abbreviated St. Peter Pest Control power play. Face off to the glove side of Hayden Stewart is won by the Bulls. Dug free, and here they come. This could be a 2-on-1 if they hurry. It's C.J. Hayes with Licio driving the net. Hayes fires, scores! And in the final 40 minutes of this one, Birmingham cannot miss. C.J. Hayes has his first goal of the evening. It comes during the 4-on-4 time and makes it 8-5. And he stepped right around Don Oliveri, had a lane, and beat Darante 5-hole. Dumped in by the Bulls, and for the Marksmen, this is going to be a bitter, bitter pill to swallow, especially knowing how this game started. Marley Quince backhands towards Carlos Forneris. He has it, far corner to Quince in front, one-timer, scooped up in the glove by Hayden Stewart. Penalty on McCloy has expired. 1 minute and 24 seconds of power play time now awaits the Marksmen. 6:45 to go in the third period. Fayetteville trailing Birmingham 8-5. Face-off will be to the blocker side of Hayden Stewart, who had a rocky start but battened down the hatches. He's made 43 saves today. Pass into the slot. Sticks converge, and the puck goes about 5 rows deep in the seats. Souvenir for an older gentleman and his wife. New puck in play, and the face-off will stay in Marksman attacking ice. It'll be to the glove side of Hayden Stewart. 6:38 to go, third period. It's a clean win for the Marksmen as Don Oliveri will take it. Backhands to FX Girard to the point. Here's a drive caught by Stewart. .44 saves on the evening now for Hayden Stewart. And I think what's going to sting most about this, if this result holds, is the Marksmen are going to outshoot Birmingham at a 2-1 clip. They're going to put 50 shots on net and score 5 and still not be able to win the game. Cleared all the way down with a minute to go in the St. Peter Pest Control power play for the Marksmen. Don Oliveri skates it up ice, tried to sidestep his man, lost the puck, and Russell Jordan dumps it all the way down. Darante puts this one on a tee for Matt McNair. He'll leave it into open space. Oliveri will be the one to take the puck up ice. Oliveri drops it back for FX Girard. He'll pass out to the far side for Matt McNair. McNair leaves for Oliveri, middle blue line. He'll see FX Girard at the near wing. Girard charges down, finds McNair. Back for Girard at the near side wing. He works his way into the corner, passes up to the point, misses off the inboards, out she goes. 5:35 remaining in the hockey game, just 15 seconds to go on the Marksman power play. Oliveri will drop it for Marley Quince. Quince will get around of Kyle Gonzalez. Pass to the middle for Forneris. Fanned on the one-timer, and the puck does get out over the stick of Jarrett Cupp. He fumbles with it, but finds Marley Quince. Back to five-a-side hockey. Quince shields the puck away from one man, finds Carlos Forneris. Hangs on to it, goes up to the point. Cupp with a wrist shot. Goes off a body on the way through, and the Bulls will have it coming the other way. 2-on-2. This is Austin Weber. Dipsy doodles around his man, backhands it on goal into the glove of Stefano Darante, who will hold with 5:04 to go in the third period. Both these teams are in action tomorrow. For Fayetteville, they'll take about a 4-hour trip east to face off against the Macon Mayhem at the Centerplex. Puck drop at 4 p.m. Meanwhile, the Birmingham Bulls will load it up and head to Evansville to take on the Thunderbolts. And at last check, Evansville was trailing Quad City 1-0. This is Thomas Clayton through the middle of the ice with some help from McCloy. Could not get it into the zone. Wyatt Noski will. Stick check from behind. That knocks the puck free for Birmingham. Clayton runs through Marvin Powell as the puck comes up the near side boards. Dumped in on goal as Hayden Stewart comes out of his net to play it. To Marvin Powell, sends it off the far side glass. This is going to go all the way down. Foot race for it. Sam Storman's a step ahead. This is icing. 4:32 to go in the third period. 8-5 Birmingham in control. We go down the stretch after this.
Marky?
Carolina's Dentist offers the best in oral care and technology.
Hope you're brushing twice a day like we discussed. And don't forget to make that 6-month appointment, okay? We'd like to keep those pretty white teeth looking good for you.
Come experience positively different dentistry at Carolina's Dentist, the official dentist of the Fayetteville Marksmen.
.432 to go in the third period. 8-5, Birmingham leading Fayetteville. The Bulls scored first. They gave up the next 4. And since then, the Marksmen have scored 1. The Bulls have scored 7. A turnover at the near face-off circle. Forehanded to Marley Quince, who was blitzed. The Bulls will dump it in to attacking ice. This result holds. The Marksmen are going to fall to 6-3 on the season. And there will be a lot of film study on this game to see where things got squee-walled for the Marksmen. It's Danny Licio who has the puck, can't get it around Drake Glover. Far blue line, Alexis Girard walks in, fires his shot into the chest of Stewart, who will freeze the puck. A couple of bodies coming together as Bryce Farrell will skate away. And I think the message here for the Marksmen is you really don't have anybody to blame but yourself. This is not an official's gaffe. Yeah, the goal was disallowed. We've explained to you why. But if you want to argue that point, that's one. That's one. And the Marksmen are down 3. Slight pause as the net was dislodged from its moorings. And the other thing is, you turn your head right to the Birmingham bench and to Craig Simchuk. And much to his credit, he took his team into the locker room. He stuck with Hayden Stewart in net, who has turned in an admirable performance, especially considering the volume of work. And he got his team ready to play the final 40 minutes. They took it one moment at a time. They got a good start in the second period to make it 4-3 before we hit 3 minutes in. And ever since, the Bulls have controlled the pace of play. This is laid forward to Rose, who will dump it in. Sam Storman back to receive. He looks to give it to Don Oliveri, who ties up with his man. Oliveri giving a couple of shoves here as McCloy helps him dig the puck free to Carlos Forneris. 3:20 remaining in the contest. McCloy looks up ice and unable to get the puck forward, so Birmingham will send it back beyond their attacking blue line. Wyatt Noski onto the puck for the Marksmen. Ahead of the blue line. Stick handles perhaps one too many times and gives the puck away. Bulls settle. Slapped into the zone. Darante catches out of his net to play it. Puts it into open space. Looking up ice and holding the puck here is Alexis Girard. Gave to McNair, who lost the puck. He'll get it right back as it bounces a couple of times, and here comes Matt McNair. His wrist shot goes off a body on the way through. McNair absolutely wrecked by Steven Alvo, and that was a dangerous hit. Girard will get into his man as this puck comes back out to the red line, slapped off the back of Wyatt Noski, and eventually forward-handed into the zone by the Marksman. Another big hit back behind the net, and that was Joe Genovese, the referee, who got upended. That's one you don't see every day. I'm not sure if a player hit him or if he just blew a tire. Girard, Alexi that is, to FX at the far wing. He stick checked as the puck comes squirting back out to center. Girard slides a pass to Bryce Farrell, who will find Marley Quince. Drops for Farrell. His pass back to the point for Girard, intercepted. Tauline out to the far wing. This is Ryback. Slides a pass intended for Dave Nippert, looking for a one-timer. Too far behind him. Marksmen have it at center. Pass near wing. This is Girard. All the way out to the far boards. Ahead of the attacking blue line, Bryce Farrell winds and fires his shot. It goes off of Kyle Gonzalez's stick. Bulls get back to it. Turned over at the blue line. Bryce Farrell holds the line. He's brought down by Tauline. No whistle. I'd imagine, unless it's egregious, we're going to see the officials try to let this one clock out. Frank Sullivan for the Birmingham Bulls will skate it up ice ahead of the red line. He'll carry it into attacking ice. Stops at the blue line. Turns and fires a wrist shot into the glove of Darante, who will hold with 1 minute and 11 seconds remaining in this contest. We remind you to stay tuned after the game for a Marksman postgame. It'll be a long one. There's a lot to recap in this one. 8-5, Birmingham leads. They just showed the replay of Joe Genovese falling over, and it looked like he caught the back edge of the net, and that wasn't pretty. Final minute of the hockey game with Jarrett Cupp digging after it. So he had his stick caught up in the midsection of C.J. Hayes. Matt McNair there. Hayes slow to get up with a couple of sticks draped over his body. McNair rather frustrated. This is cleared from the other end on to Darante, who will play it out to Jarrett Cupp. He's run into by C.J. Hayes. Cupp will get back into him. They're talking. Cupp's not going to drop the gloves as Hayes skates away. 25 seconds to go in this one. Birmingham, by virtue of scoring 7 of the last 8 goals in this contest, is going to skate away with an 8-5 victory. Marksmen will fall to 6-3 on the season. Birmingham will have their first. Crowd arises to their feet, and Birmingham finishes off Fayetteville. The Bulls in their military appreciation uniforms will surround Hayden Stewart. And on the back of a hat trick from Mike Davis, and a great offensive performance in the final 40 minutes, the Birmingham Bulls defeat the Fayetteville Marksmen 8-5. Marksmen will fall to 6-3 on the season. Birmingham improves to 2-5-3 on the year. And we'll tell you how this all went down in Marksman postgame. We'll be right back after these messages. This is Marksman Hockey.
For some, it's just the sound of ice hitting heavy-duty plastic. But for us, it's the signal calling us back to the light. And to Greg's house, because he just got a new grill.
Connecting to Hot Jams playlist.
Welcome back, Bud Light legends. It's time to take summer by the coolers.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Experience the thrill of being a Fayetteville Marksmen season ticket holder and all the benefits that come along with it, including your same great seat for 28 or 14 home games, exclusive season ticket member events, and an opportunity to enjoy discounts on food and beverage and merchandise at the Crown Coliseum. Skate to marksmanhockey.com/season tickets to learn more.
We welcome you back into the broadcast booth at the Pelham Civic Center, Pelham, Alabama. Marksman post-game on your airwaves, and well, to put it plainly, this is one that the Marksmen let slip through their fingers. They had every advantage in the world after the first 20 minutes and didn't finish the hockey game, plain and simple as that. Scoring was actually started by Steven Alvo, his first of the season, to make it 1-0, a minute and 14 seconds into the hockey game. And then the Marksmen would go on a tear. FX Girard scores 8 minutes into the first period. Sam Storman scores 10:40 into the period. Taylor McCloy 14:18 into the period. And then Jarrett Cupp scores 15:54 into the period. So you see just how much offense the Marksmen had and how little they would have, because as soon as the clock extended into the third period, this is what happened. Mike Davis scored his first of what would be a hat-trick performance, assisted by Carson Rose and by Austin Weber. That came 21 seconds into the period. Davis would score another less than 2 minutes later to make it 4-3. Then we would go through a stretch where both goaltenders made a couple of big saves. Danny Licio would tie the game as Davis drove the net on a breakaway. He was stopped. Licio cleans it up. And then Kyle Gonzalez finds a way to put one in on a seeing eye wrist shot from the blue line. That made it 5-4. Going into the third period, the Marksmen had an early period power play. Carlos Forneras had a one-timer that went in the back of the net. On the ice, the call was a good goal. However, the officials got together and conferenced and deemed that since Joe Genovese was already bringing the whistle up to his lips to whistle for a covered puck, it did not matter that the puck ended up trickling in and the goal light went on because the whistle was already in the process of being blown. And as we told you, that was the judgment call. There's no rationale, and short of going down to the referee's locker room, you won't get any type of better explanation than that. It didn't matter because just a handful of seconds later, Taylor McCloy would deflect a feed from Marley Quince in the middle to make it 5-5. Then Casey Kolzicki came right down the near side wing and found a hole short side on Stefano Darante. He had an odd angle on the shot. It did not do him any favors as the puck ended up bouncing off of his skate and into the back of the net. That made it 6-5. Then Russell Jordan came down 2-on-2 with Mike Davis. Jordan fed him at the back door. Davis cut free, scored the hat-trick goal 11:15 into the period. Then C.J. Hayes would add one more for insurance on a 4-on-4 drive. He walked around to Don Oliveri, fired a wrist shot that beat Stefano Darante 5-hole. 8-5, your final. Mike Davis with a hat-trick, your number one star. And quite plainly, you want to dwell on this one because this is one you're going to feel like you should have won. Ultimately, it's of ill consequence because you've got to reset and get ready for the Macon Mayhem tomorrow. And that's not a gimme game either. It's a Macon team that is turning over players on their roster at a ridiculous rate. They got blasted tonight at the hands of the Knoxville Ice Bears. It's going to be a scrappy team tomorrow, and they're still looking for that first win for first-year head coach Zach Desjardins. They saw what happened tonight, and unfortunately the Marksmen are beginning to have this penchant for allowing teams to hang around longer than they should. And that's what Corey Melker was talking about. You've got to work hard. You've got to compete. And when he talks about we could have been better in a 6-2 win last night, well, this is exactly what he means. You just cannot afford to allow other teams to hang around regardless of where they hang in the standings. It's professional hockey at a high level. You cannot allow teams to remain in contest for very long. You've got to be able to put them away and be able to secure wins once you've built up a lead. Unfortunately for the Marksmen, that's not the case tonight, but they will have another opportunity to get back in the win column tomorrow. Final shots on goal total for the Fayetteville Marksmen, 53, and that means Hayden Stewart stopped 48 of them. For Birmingham, 29 shots on Stefano Darante. They score on 8 of those, 21 stops for Darante. Hayden Stewart has his first win of the season. Stefano Darante will fall to 1-2 on the year. And the way that affects the standings one last time for you for the Fayetteville Marksmen, they'll drop to 6-3. Birmingham will improve to 5-3 on the season. These two teams will see each other midway through December, right back here at the Pelham Civic Center. For the final time, the final score, the Birmingham Bulls 8, Fayetteville Marksmen 5. Thanks so much for joining us. Tomorrow's broadcast begins with pregame coverage at 3:45 from the Macon Centerplex and a puck drop of 4 p.m. from Middle Georgia. Hope you'll join us then. Until then, I'm Drew Blevins. Hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. Until then, I'm Drew Blevins. Good night.